Greetings, adventurers! Welcome to another episode of Have Dice Will Save. The Pathfinder 2nd Edition adventure, where me and my 5 friends get to the chopper.
I've already done that one.
I think you've already done that one.
Damn. The day.
Damn. But I haven't done that one. I'm going to steal your references, Dave. They're mine now.
It's from one of the sequels, so it's fine.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, we are back doing Fall of Plaguestone yet again. And when we last left off, they were delving the depths of the Halid's secret hideout, the caves he had hidden beneath his house, where they found a number of interesting things, a small lockbox, a number of empty crates with some alchemical reagents that had once been in them, and they fought a rather large and especially vicious lightning snake thing. Now, while searching for the man himself,
messed us up.
It was not fun.
There's more yet to go, and they have not yet found Halid himself to bring him for justice for the murder of Bort. So let's see. Oh, I should probably change the title.
I'm on it.
Okay, if you could get that done to the right thing. I realize it still says that we're playing XCOM. Sorry, guys, we have switched our campaign to XCOM. We're XCOM now.
More
All
punch.
we do.
I would play an XCOM role-playing game.
XCOM role-playing game might actually be really interesting.
I'm not saying I haven't thought about it, because I definitely have. Okay, we are now actually playing a role-playing game.
Excellent. I'll switch back over to the map view, and as you all may notice, there is I have figured out how to get you to actually have the fog of war that the players have, so that you can join in on the suspense and the mystery as well.
Now no one gets to see where we are. No one.
In addition, everyone has hit level 2, which I don't believe we've actually updated the stat sheets for yet. But
That is true.
But
I will have
just
to do that.
imagine they're slightly better.
Cool.
Yeah, I probably should have thought about that.
Yeah,
that's my bad. I'm on the
slipped
graphics.
our mind. We were busy with a number of things, but in the future, we will certainly make sure that all of the stat blocks and everything are updated for next show. As it is, it's mostly just add 1 to all of their saves, add a bit to health. And hello, Raruha. So, you guys are all chilling out in your cave. There's a large dead serpent right next to you. So, what are you doing?
I think we still had some healing to do.
Okay. I rolled Morgan's earlier, but my mic was muted because I was a fool. I rolled very well, and she healed all of her hit points.
Excellent. I believe I was already at all of my hit points because you battle medic me.
Yeah, I
That
was.
sounds
as
about right.
well.
Damn, then that means this natural 20 is going to waste.
I'll take it. I'll be super healed.
Gets everyone back up, I guess.
Unless you want to burn it on yourself to maybe get rid of that wounded condition, because I know if you
Oh, that's true.
Thank you for the sub.
Thank you, Raruha, for the sub.
Oh, thank you very much.
I thought wounded could only be healed with a rest.
They did say that. Nope, never mind. I'm sorry. That's the bleeding condition that can sometimes be healed by extraordinary healing.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Never mind.
Yeah, because I was wondering about that last time.
Could I actually quickly have everyone's updated health totals so I could...
Yeah, mine is 24.
Same.
Calric's sitting at a rockin' 25.
26.
Oh no. I thought I was the
that's
tanky
interesting
one.
that your health all increased by such different amounts when they were all actually much closer, like fairly similar.
That constitution modifier starting to kick in. Because level 1 is mostly determined by your race health.
Yeah. I just think it's kind of amusing. Anyway, So, y'all seem to have healed up. Calric rolled very well, and I think, yeah, Leandra, you had blown a big heal at the end there that kind of got everyone to full. So, looks like you're all healthy.
We're very healthy.
So,
Well, that was a terrifying snake horrifying thing.
Yes, I had not expected the bloodthirsty local wildlife to also become enchanted with lightning. I confess that was not a possibility I had considered.
It might not actually be natural local wildlife.
I would think that metallic tails that shoot lightning are not a natural phenomenon, but not being a zoologist, I could not say for sure.
I'm a part-time zoologist. Do I know something about this?
I've been known to zoologize.
roll me.
17
Is it
on
nature?
nature. Actually part of the current mystery, so 18 on nature.
That should be enough for you to know that this is a giant lightning serpent.
Yep, nope, that's a naturally occurring phenomenon right there.
That's fucking terrifying.
And you also know that it is not native to these areas.
It must be like imported from some ways away, because they don't usually like climates like this. Too mountainy.
Well, at least we have that going for us.
I guess it kind of makes sense if he's importing poisons and whatnot. Then him importing giant horrible snake things is not that much further off. I'm just wondering how he got past it.
Snake treats? Training?
Perhaps he is a zoologist. Among his many other skills that are completely unknown to the local people. Well, now that we have all recovered from our mortal wounds, perhaps we should continue onward.
But wait, have we recovered from our immortal wounds?
Being not a psychologist, I cannot say.
I'm a part-time psychologist.
Of course you are.
This is
If you
what
would like to evaluate my mental state, that is on you.
some other time, perhaps.
Proceed with caution at your own risk.
Actually, I don't have knowledge psychology.
You lied!
Would that just be a perception roll, like a sense motive to know my mental state?
I could roll investigation. That's why I have the investigation check in case anything else doesn't apply.
And it's a solid question. What would a knowledge check like that be? Yeah, probably would just be a perception, I suppose.
I'm really good at perception.
Yes, we should spend the next hour talking about our feelings real quick. Well, anyway, absent anybody stopping me, I'm going to get up, brush my, the various dirt and snake guts off of my clothing, and move toward the next hallway.
To the room.
Everyone roll me a perception check.
Sure.
We're being really good at perception. That was not very good.
18.
24.
21.
Calric is trying to do psychology
Okay.
on.
So you three at least, then, you see a small gleam in the water. Somewhere near the bottom of the water.
Oh, shit.
I will stare at the gleam and see if it moves.
There is. It looks like there's some old bones and an old skeleton of some explorer who died here many years ago. Looks like whatever he had on equipment is down there with him.
How deep is this water?
Not terribly deep. I mean, it's gonna be maybe like 7-8 feet. Easy enough to dive down to the bottom of it.
Sure.
Second question: can anybody swim? Because I'm pretty sure that's a strength check.
I mean,
Athletics, I think.
Is anybody trained in athletics?
I believe it. Yes, I am trained in athletics.
well, it's on you then.
Anyone who's trained in athletics can easily just not drown in this pool.
Okay, then yeah, I'll not drown in the pool and grab the stuffs.
Good. It means I don't have to spend a leveled spell
You
to summon a
communicate
seal
each
or
other a
something.
plan for this, or
Hey, look,
I'm just
there's
gonna go
something in
and
the
grab
water.
Just gonna go and grab it. That's the plan.
all right. Well, you jump in and you swim
Yep.
down.
Oh,
He definitely had a bunch of equipment on him. Pretty much all of it is kind of worn. It's like, he's really nothing more than bones now. And there's a lot of kind of limestone and such that is calcified around the skeleton and over most of the equipment, making it really not very useful. But you do find, among everything, something that does look like it's still somewhat intact. The gleam of a pommel of some kind of weapon buried beneath some old stone and calcified in place. You definitely think that you can probably work it out, though it'll take a bit of work to kind of dig the thing out.
does this mean I could be king?
Pull it out and find out.
Do I need to make like a strength check or something to pull it out, or do I just pull it out?
It's easy enough to get out. It just takes time.
Okay.
So you're
Then
gonna
yeah.
need to take some kind of hammer or something to chip away at all the rock and
Like, how
detritus
about
that
a
is-
crowbar?
Crowbar would work, but it just
I have a crowbar.
takes probably, you imagine that it would probably take 20 minutes or so of kind of like, especially since it's underwater, you can't get it out all just while down there. You need to come up for breath and stuff. So it would take about 20 minutes of work to chip away and hammer this thing out.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna do that.
I will
Yeah.
supervise.
Should we maybe find the murderer first, or
We could
But-
slay him with this.
Yes, well known as we are as swordsmen.
hey, I
Fire
use swords
things?
occasionally. I used my sword most of the time in that last fight, actually.
No, do continue. I want to see what it is.
So I chip away. I use Calric's crowbar to pull out and this calcified sword.
Okay. You pull up a long, thin sword with a very kind of like nicely done hilt. It's definitely kind of old and tarnished and doesn't look great, but roll me a crafting check.
That math. 23.
Yeah, you can definitely see that structurally it's sound. This has still been as dirty and old and kind of worn as it is. Some, a bit of elbow grease, a bit of polish, some just kind of cleaning it up. It still is fully, functional as a weapon, and it seems to be made completely out of silver.
Neat.
Ooh.
I'll detect magic.
No,
Okay.
nothing pings on it. But
what-
Sprenya at least knows that it is made of silver.
What kind of sword is it? You said it's a long, thin one.
It's a
Long
it is a
thin sword made
rapier.
of silver.
What you? Oh, rapier. Okay. Well, is anybody trained in rapiers? I'm trained in rapiers.
I have held a rapier.
I am holding a rapier.
I would not describe myself as good with them.
Well, I can say that it looks a fair bit better build than my cane sword here. Would anybody mind if I used that for the following room?
No, go right ahead.
Please.
Yeah, get him the sword.
I will say I did win the only fight I ever got into where I was using a rapier. It didn't involve me winning it with the rapier, but I was holding a rapier at the time. So maybe it's good luck. I don't know. Maybe I'll steal it from you later to see.
Take it off his
Well,
corpse.
if it turns out to be good luck for you, then by all means.
But for the moment, we'll assume that that was more by magical purposes and that it will be better for you.
Are you ready to... Oh, no.
Oh no,
The stream dropped. That's cool.
the stream dropped.
It's still up on mine.
Yeah,
still up on
I'm
mine.
still seeing it.
Yeah.
It's up on mine.
Morgan's stream dropped.
Robert, can you
Everyone
hear
else
us?
is
Oh, you
fine.
see it? Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I
It's
don't
just
know what's going
Morgan,
on
right?
with you, Morgan, but it seems to be up for all of us. All right.
Moving on with
You
it.
for that heart attack.
Okay. With that, it
Well?
looks like all the rest of his equipment is too worn to be of use. It's been down there for a while.
Wet rotted away.
Yeah, being underwater the whole time wasn't good for most of it. This seems to have weathered it by virtue of being buried under a bunch of rock and thus being a little less exposed to the wear and tear the rest suffered.
I will very quickly say some words over this corpse. And by words, I mean mostly things in Infernal that talk about how, his soul is probably owned by a devil now.
So yeah, you see Al walk over, look solemnly down at the body, and then growl at it in one of the most harshest and horrible languages you've ever heard.
It looks very official. I will happily roll a deception check if anybody wishes to oppose me, trying to seem like I'm doing something official. Although I'm quite sure Leandra just understands me.
Yeah, I just flat speak infernal. So I'm gonna look at you with a slightly raised eyebrow and shrug.
And then move on.
Yeah, basically whisper a prayer to Abadar and move on.
So yeah.
We're moving out, guys?
Yes.
Yeah, buddy.
Moving on up.
All right.
To-
I guess I will move ahead on this stretch.
Same.
Since I have the dark vision.
The vision of the darkness.
Okay. So
Tieflings are sweet, y'all.
you are going first.
Mm-hmm.
I
A
will-
hilariously bad decision, I am sure, but I have made it.
yeah.
I will once again cast light on my holy symbol.
Torch and low light vision. Aw, yeah. And a fancy rapier.
Mm-hmm.
Just make sure it doesn't glow blue.
I mean, if it does glow blue, that would be concerning.
So I will, as you move forward, you proceed through a tunnel after it that twists and turns and winds around for a pretty good while, about 10 minutes of walking before you get to a spot where you can detect a faint natural light up ahead. As you are approaching, the air starts to smell a bit more fresh. There's a small kind of breeze, a vague scent of grass. Another 5 minutes of travel, and you open up into a large cave mouth. You can see a small forest beyond the cave mouth, and the roots of a very large tree that block the middle of the entrance, as if the tree had just grown into a hillside that had since eroded away completely. Just beyond the tree, there's a small pond, and a path going around that water begins on one side beneath a curtain of moss hanging off of the tree. The cave itself is piled high with rows upon rows of neatly stacked crates and boxes all over.
Beyond the roots?
No, within the cave.
Oh, okay.
And I shall reveal...
Oh, I see.
area.
Okay. For some reason, I thought you were saying that the roots were, like, up by us. And I'm like, well, then how did all those crates get there?
No.
Okay. I'm just going to cast Detect Magic because it's a good idea.
You do not get any magical pings.
Fantastic. That means no one's going to fireball trap me in the face today.
Not yet.
Not
The
yet.
game is young.
So, how would you like to be positioned immediately within here? I'll say you can go up to there is the farthest in you can get before I will tell you what that row.
Well, then I will be there.
Okay.
Calric will probably be next to him because he's going to be looking to get and take a look at what's inside the boxes.
Okay.
As will Springia,
Up there.
if she can.
There. Where I put you.
Yeah.
Leandra up one, I guess, or
Over to the... Yeah, that works.
okay. So
Oh, for a minute there, I thought we were going to do like a superhero line walk.
as you start to enter the cave, yeah. As you start to enter the cave, Halid jumps up and jumps up in front of you.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you didn't run away.
Greetings.
He is a rough-looking man, bald with a prominent scar running down his face. He's wearing some kind of old, filthy leather armor and holding a very nasty-looking kukri in his hand.
Oh, that is a very large knife.
He hops up onto the tree roots. And
By
I
the
will
power-
also put a larger thing right next to him so you can see what the man looks like.
Sure.
Oh, he's giant.
Suddenly a
The
giant.
knife is so large.
Gale.
So that man hops up onto the tree roots in front of you, pulls a crossbow off his back and aims it at you, saying, I wondered when Bort's lackeys would arrive. Let's do this.
Are we his lackeys now?
I mean, I wasn't a lackey that I was aware of, and now he's dead, so I can't be his lackey, but whatever. Greetings, Halid. By the power vested in us by the sheriff, I guess, we're here to arrest you for the murder of
sheriff.
one dwarf.
That fucking idiot.
Well, we're with you on that one, but that aside, it would be better for everyone if you came peacefully. Yada yada, you won't. Let's go.
Roll initiative.
Uh,
Oh, hey.
Cool, it's my lowest roll yet, guys.
I would actually
so it's
prefer-
only a 15?
It's a
24.
13.
30.
All right.
Calric sees all.
So Calvin got a 30.
I feel
Rest in peace, natural 20. Rest in peace.
it's your one for the day.
That's the second one I've gotten today.
It's your two for the day.
What did everyone else get?
I got 13.
21.
Okay.
24.
So really well, actually.
All right.
It turns out when we walk in expecting a fight, we're expecting a fight.
Well, Springer really isn't. I think she assumed the snake was the rest. Was
Drop
the
him in the
fight
first
outfit.
round. Four tap him.
All right.
All right. Hold up just a second. This thing's being weird on me. So, Calic, you're up first.
I would like to draw my short bow, take cover behind the barrels as an action, and I should identify him too. What did we decide this was? How about a 18 versus his will save DC?
18 versus his will DC. His stat block is split between 2 pages. It makes it very obnoxious. Yeah, that succeeds.
All right, sweet. Everybody have a +1 to hit this guy.
Yay.
And I will shoot him with my bow. That's going to be over 20. Solid rolling at the beginning of this encounter. 23.
23 to hit. That does indeed hit him.
Better fucking hit him.
You are under arrest, sir. And 10 damage.
Okay. As Al says, let's do this, Calric just immediately whips a fucking crossbow at him, thunk, puts a bolt right into his chest, and nails him squarely in the armor, and he grunts at the impact. You said that you and you did your investigate thing?
Yes. So everybody gets a +1 to hit him. And that's where the extra damage came from. Otherwise, I'd just do a D6.
And so you have one action left, right?
No, that was
he
everything.
took cover.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm basically like crouched down in front of a box, chest high wall style. Except he's a gnome, so he's standing in front of a box, jumping up and shooting. Boing, pew, boing, pew.
All right, so it is now Leandra.
Okay, I am going to start out by casting Bless.
Let's get the stacking +1 bonuses rolling.
All right.
Okay. And then I'm going to draw my crossbow and cast shield. I think I can do that. Hang on a minute. Let me check the...
Is Bless 2 actions?
Yeah, shield is 1 action.
Oh, you know what? No. Bless is 2 actions. I'm going to cast Bless and then draw my crossbow.
Okay.
Okay. So after that, Halid gets to go.
Yeah. You beat my 21, really? Stupid Halid.
So Halid will start off by plinking you out with his crossbow.
Sure.
Come on, cover.
And he's going to shoot right at you, Calric. He did not like that.
I can imagine so.
That is an 18 to hit.
If you would have standard cover, you instead gain greater cover, which provides a +4 circumstance bonus to AC. Otherwise, it's a +2. In either case, that will not hit because I will have 19 or 20 DC.
All right. So he takes his crossbow, as he gets like grunts and fires off his own crossbow, but the bolt that impacted on his chest there threw off his aim a bit, and the bolt just embeds into the side of one of the crates stacked in front of you.
Yeah.
He curses, pulls out a small vial,
Uh-oh.
and chugs it back.
Mm-hmm. Behold the alchemy.
Before
I knew I should have taken a mutagenist. I knew I should have done it, and I
running.
didn't. Does it allow him to control the giant that's in the corner of our screen now?
It turns him into the giant, actually.
I was
Right
going to
there.
ask. That was
He
my
becomes
The-
82 feet tall. Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Actually, and before sprinting over
Oh, jeez.
and closing the gap right by you.
Right by me, even. Huh. Well, let's find out if he has attacks of opportunity, I guess.
Damn, your 82 feet tall guess was really close. 17 times 5 is 85.
It rounds up, you know. I'm assuming I'm next.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're gonna find out if he has attacks of opportunity. I will cast Fairy Fire, and it gives me
Okay.
concealment as I cast it.
He will take a swing at you.
Okay. So do I get my bloodline magic after casting the spell or as I cast the spell?
I think as you cast your spell, and then you need to make
Okay.
a concentration check not to lose it if you get hit.
Okay. So in theory, then I have concealment now. So he has to make
Well, no, because the spell needs to go off first.
Right. That was my question.
Yes.
Do I
He
get the
swings
bloodline
it-
magic?
He swings at you as you're casting the spell. The spell does not go off at all
Sure.
if he hits you and you fail your concentration check.
Okay.
That is a 25 to hit.
That will hit me.
Okay.
That would hit pretty much anybody.
Take 10 slashing damage.
Sure. And I think actually he has to make a counteract check against my spell DC.
Is that how it works? It's not a concentration check anymore?
I believe that is how it works now.
Is that an
they're-
action or?
No. Give me 1 second. I will take a look.
Yeah.
Because there is no actual concentration anymore.
Yeah, I know. But I'm trying to figure out how attacks of opportunity work for that kind of thing. Because he does in fact have them. And it doesn't look like it has that. I'm not even reading anything about that. So I think maybe the spell just goes off. You just get hit before the spell goes off.
I don't remember anything about concentration.
Was it a
check.
manipulate action?
Actually, that's a good question.
Because attacks of opportunity do disrupt manipulate actions.
Right, which would mean a counteract check against the action. But I will double check real quick because that might not actually be a manipulate action. I think it might actually just be verbal. Why do I not have my innate spell? For the love of Christ. Okay, 1 second. I did not put down my innate spell on my character sheet because I'm a dipshit. That's copyrighted.
No. Sorry, everyone, for the rules-ish thing here. We've never actually dealt with these kinds of interactions
Yes.
yet in this system. So we're trying to figure out how they've changed it all for 2nd edition.
Cover is super cool, and I'm now going to use it forever.
Yeah, cover is great. Bloodlines.
On the plus side, it gave me time to
There it
actually turn the music on.
In fact, it is not a manipulate action, so he doesn't even get
Excellent.
an
He doesn't get
attack
anything. So he smacks you, but it goes off just fine.
Neat. Actually, he doesn't hit me because it requires a manipulate action to trigger it, doesn't it?
What?
He doesn't get an attack of opportunity if I don't make a manipulate action.
Oh, is that?
Unless I'm full of shit.
Creature within you using a manipulate action or a move action makes a ranged attack or leave. Yeah, so
Yes, I'm not doing any of those things.
yeah, so it doesn't go off. He doesn't get an attack of opportunity against you.
Fuck
All right.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I believe it's just verbal. because it's a single action spell.
Cool. So in which case, it goes off.
Okay, so he makes a will save against fairy fire.
That's a 14.
That is a failure, so he gets a -2 to
will saves, right?
perception and will saves. And now I am making a manipulate action, which he may attempt to attack of opportunity because I have no means
But
of
you have
knowing he's
concealment
about
now,
to
right?
attack of opportunity. I do have concealment.
As
And I will be
a
casting
glow,
it.
as a large glow just kind of settles around him, and he just is shining with this strange and eerie like light. And that is, how does concealment work? Do I need to make a
He makes a DC 5, I believe, flat check.
DC5 flat check? Well, he made the flat check, so now I'll roll this attack. Ooh.
Rest in peace.
That is an 18 to hit.
I believe that does hit me, yes. I believe my AC is 17.
Okay. In which case, that's 9 damage.
Okay.
As he lashes, as he sees you start to, he looks confused as you start to blur, and then looks enraged as he sees you start to try and cast something and just whacks you with his kukri right as you attempt it.
Whack.
No, I just have to figure out how he counteracts my spell. It's on 458. Useful.
It was a manipulate action, right?
Correct.
Because you're casting, so.
Attempt a counteract check. Add the relevant skill modifier or the appropriate modifier to your check against the target's DC. So I guess he rolls the counteract.
What is the relevant modifier?
I assume his attack modifier?
Well, that's a natural 20, so he makes it.
Okay. Then I do not get my spell.
As his blade slashes across you, it whacks your hands out of position. The spell fizzles away into nothing.
Neat.
It is now Sprenya's turn.
I get a turn, you guys. So
You do.
I'm gonna try to sneak up into this area. Not so you see where my character is by the exit to these things. I'm gonna try to sneak across the other barrier
Okay.
over here.
Make me a perception check.
Okay. It's a terrible perception check. That's an 8. Can I use my hero
You
point?
can use your hero point there.
Okay.
Hero point used.
Okay. Wow. It's a 9.
Oh.
Hero point wasted. But yeah.
Okay.
So, I see nothing.
So where
Right.
are you going?
I'm going between these two boxes that are like stacks of boxes right here to behind the two what's called the barrels here in that box, like at the next row.
So here.
Over to the right and then down a little.
Here.
Yes.
Okay. As you are walking,
I can't make a sneak check for that? Or a stealth check for that?
you no.
Oh.
As you
Okay.
are sneaking around, your foot snags on something.
Cool.
As you look down to check out what it is, make me a reflex save.
Cool. Alright. 22.
All right. No, you don't make a reflex save. It makes an attack against you. Sorry about that.
Oh.
Which is a 19 to hit you.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay, as you look down to check out what it is, you hear a thung, and a spear launched from what looks like a small crossbow, similar to what was set up on the door, launches out and embeds straight into your shoulder. Take 14 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Gonna be over
As
here,
a
guys.
large bolt thunk embeds itself right into your body.
Cool.
You stumble your way forward, getting where you intended to go, but with an extra spear.
Cool.
What do you do from here?
I wonder if I can pull the spear out. Would that be a strength check?
I mean, you can pull it out if you want.
Yeah,
As
I'll
an
pull it
action.
out. Yep, I'm gonna pull it out and I'm gonna try to use
roll
farm knowledge to throw it at
roll me a medicine check.
Okay. Okay. That's a 17.
Okay. You manage to, when you pull it, you manage to feel it snag a bit, because, I mean, it's got an arrowhead on it, but you manage to get it out without it ripping and tearing any more of your body off. It's not bleeding any more than it already was.
Cool.
So you have a spear.
And now I'm gonna try to chuck it at him, since I have a spear now.
Okay.
Oh, I'm muted. Give him the COVID.
Okay. Would that be in athletics? To throw it?
No, it's just a ranged attack roll.
Are you proficient in spears?
I mean, throwing spears, I believe, are simple weapons, and she is proficient.
Okay. Trying to find where their stats are. Yeah, they are. So you
It's
are
a
proficient.
D3.
Yeah, you can attempt to throw the spear at him. That would be.
Yeah.
Range increment is what? 20.
Is this your ranged attack bonus?
Where is that? I'm sorry.
It's going to be
It's
the
your-
same as when you throw bombs.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sweet.
Though hold on.
Okay.
You don't think you can quite reach him. In fact, you know what? You took far lobber. You can reach him.
Yes, I did. Well, I kind of can't because I rolled a 4.
You can reach him. The spear, you were good enough at throwing to make it throw far
Yes.
enough.
The
He
spear
sees
goes
you
past
do
him.
that. He goes, and as you throw it, just kind of deftly just twists his shoulder to one side and it whizzes past him.
Fuck.
You have one more action.
And then she moved, pulled out the spear, and
Oh,
threw
that's
it.
right, because the movement. Move, pull out spear, and throw. Yep.
Yep. I don't have any more actions. Cool.
Nice
Neat.
try.
Fuck. You have to admit, though, it was badass of me to try.
You got
Springer
spirit.
got hit by a spear.
You
Pulled
got
it out.
spirit. I'll give you that.
Here lies Springer. She was badass.
She was badass and accomplished nothing.
She
Calic.
died doing the right thing.
Yes.
Alric,
No, she's not doing definitely the wrong thing.
Doing very much the wrong thing.
She died spending 2 actions to throw a spear.
When she could have
crossing-
instead have lit Al on fire.
Does,
The
does
tradition.
crossing,
Yeah, see?
Calric?
does crossing over the boxes count as difficult terrain?
You would need to make an athletics check to climb over them.
Yeah, I kind of imagine.
Oh, damn. I was kind of hoping they would
They're
be...
high enough to be like cover. They're not just
Yeah.
terrain on your feet. They are barriers you would need to cross.
That's fine. I'm small enough to walk through people's squares, and he already used his attack opportunity this turn.
Do
I
attacks
will
of
drop my
opportunity-
bow on
How do they
the...
work? Do you just get one a turn?
Yeah, just one.
Okay.
Yeah, you get one
I will drop-
reaction.
I will drop my bow on the box in front of me. I will move, and as a part of my move action, I will draw my sword, which you can do as long as you have a base attack bonus. And move to that square next to Al.
Okay.
I will again identify him.
He
Oh,
is.
maybe I won't identify him. That is only a 14.
That
Will
is not
save
enough.
it -2.
It
Oh,
is
really?
Still not enough.
Yeah, I still verified.
Yeah, he
it.
fairy fired her. It is still not
Still not
enough.
enough? Okay.
Okay.
Yep. I will not identify him this turn.
So then his will is either a +6 or a +7. It's information.
And I will stab him. Can I show him? I not stab him. Now we get the downside of rolling all those 20s and 19s earlier. Yeah, that is only a 15.
Did you have the bless?
15. 15 with a bless.
Yep, 15 is not enough. You will strike out,
Yeah.
and he he swats your blade aside with his kukri, smirking at you.
Brigand.
Back, brigand!
And it is now Leandra's turn.
Okay, I am going to yeah, you know what, I'll do this just to be safe. I'm going to spend a move to expand my bless,
Okay.
and then attempt to daze this.
And then you're going to daze him. All right.
Daze.
We'll make a will save. Ooh.
Days bit confused.
No, he does not succeed his will save.
Alright, so that is 4 damage and stunned 1.
What is your DC on the daze?
18.
Ooh. He critically fails his will save.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, wait. That means he's stunned, doesn't it?
It does, in fact.
Get
Oh, man.
fucked.
We finally got dazed to stun someone.
Yeah, it's on a critical failure that it stuns. Yes, it does.
I feel so much better about having fairy fired him now because it made
Yes,
him
that was
critically
the
fail.
reason why it worked. It would not have worked if you had not fairy fired him. So yeah, as you cast it, you see him smirking down, leering at Caloric, and all of a sudden his expression just changes. He goes, "Ah!" and grabs his head as a horrible headache just overtakes him. And you see Leandra just glaring daggers at him. So he is stunned 1
Yup.
and takes.
Now he only gets to stab my face off.
And your spellcasting. What's your spellcasting ability mod?
Should be 4.
4.
Okay. Okay. And then it is his turn. Which he stunned. Does he skip his turn?
He
No,
just loses 1 action.
he used his stuff last turn.
He loses. Yeah, he loses 1 action. So he. You see him spend a turn kind of massaging his temple and shakes off it, and then he just looks furious now, and takes his kukri and swipes it down at you, Calric. You just being in front of him.
Oh no.
That is a 25 to hit you.
Oof.
Wait,
That's not critical. But yeah, that's a hit.
Oh, geez.
So, just a sec. Sorry, I was looking up a couple of things.
Oh, there's multiple dice. Him and his
Yeah,
strength.
there are.
Brace yourselves, everybody. Calric's going down.
That is 11 damage.
Oh, it's not that
So bad.
that's about half my hit points, but you know.
As he just takes his kukri and slashes down, carving a nice bloody line across your body.
Ah!
He then will swing at you again. This time as he comes down, lashing out with his fist to strike you. You are flat-footed because he hit you with his kukri.
Okay.
Cool.
That is a 25 to hit.
That is a critical hit. We going down in one turn again?
As he slams his fist down onto the top of your head, you take 8 more damage.
Hey, still alive.
And he smacks you down poof, onto the ground as he slams his fist on the top of your head, knocking you flat against the ground. You are now prone.
Okay.
Adorable.
Actually, no, I'm sorry. That wasn't a critical hit. Because he had the -5 to his
Thank God.
second attack.
Yes.
So
Yeah,
you are not prone. He just slams his fist into your head. And you take 1 less damage.
Cool.
What?
How?
Because he rolled double ones on his on his 2 hits.
Oh.
He rolled minimum damage.
Ah,
So it doesn't matter which die I removed, it was removing 1 damage.
that's
That's
fire though. These enemies and they're adding numbers to their damage. Them and they're not having a strength score of -1.
That's cheating. Positive strength scores are cheat. So that's him done, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh no, he still has 1 action.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, that's right.
He was stunned.
Yeah.
Stunned, helping out.
Okay. Neat. That put it at me?
Yep.
And yep, it is now Al's turn.
Cool. I'm gonna take a step action to the right. Because I am not doing that shit again.
Yoink. Do they do have 5-foot steps still?
They do, in fact, have 5-foot steps.
They specify that?
Yep.
Yeah. It's called a step action as opposed to a stride action.
That
Then I
person.
guess I will cast Fear.
All right.
Because I want some space.
How long that -2 to will save? How long does that last?
It's gone already.
It's only 1 turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So that is what's your DC?
17.
17. Okay, he succeeds.
But not critically?
No.
Okay, then he's frightened 1.
Okay. And that's your turn.
Yeah.
So that is Brenya. Your go.
Yay. Okay. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck to do.
You have
'Cause
bombs.
I don't think I do have bombs. I just don't want to hit anybody else. I mean, are you guys okay with me throwing bombs near you?
At the moment, we have dealt no damage to him. So,
I
Okay.
did 10 damage to him.
oh, you're right.
So I'll throw a bomb.
All right.
What's 1 hit point between
Yeah.
friends?
Yeah, that's- No, wait, yeah, no. 22 because of the investigate. Is it?
That didn't work this turn. So 21.
Yeah.
Oh, so then 21.
It hits.
Sweet.
Roll your damage.
But 1d.
As it explodes across him and the fire washes over Calric, singeing you.
No.
Sorry, Calric.
That's
sorry,
10% of my remaining hit points.
Wait, that's my D10. I need to label these. What is it? Wait a minute.
It's 1d8.
I'm so confused. Do I have 2 D10s?
Probably. But you roll a
No.
d8 for this, so.
Oh no, never mind. That's a 5. That's 5 damage.
Okay.
Plus 1 ongoing.
Plus he, yeah. Well, the persistent deals at the beginning of his next turn, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Guys.
5 damage.
Uh-oh.
What?
Did I lose you guys again?
No.
Well, we can
Morgan?
hear you.
Morgan, can you hear us?
Yeah, my internet keeps going out.
We could hear you.
Okay.
That's so weird, because I couldn't hear you
bad,
guys at all.
Bad connection on your end, I guess.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
Yeah.
You
But
hit
yeah, that's
him,
fine.
and you hit him, and as the bomb explodes against his back, he growls in anger, and the fire washes over the surrounding area, igniting some of the boxes slightly, and also igniting Calric slightly. Igniting
boxes
him though
explode.
significantly, he is now burning. Roll me
that.
a crafting check.
Okay.
And the boxes explode, and we all die.
The entire room blows up. They were filled with thermite bombs.
Blaze of glory.
17.
17?
Yeah.
Okay. You recognize what he had, that not thinking on it, you recognize when he threw back that potion that he had at the beginning. It was some kind of mutagen, you're almost positive.
Mm-hmm.
And he swelled up and kind of like, you saw him kind of like whinge and swell up and, gain a bunch of strength, it looked like, from it. So you definitely recognize the effects on it. Seems like has some alchemical things after all.
Mm-hmm.
He got swole, is what
He
you're
got
saying.
swole. But you still have 2 actions, so.
Yeah, buddy. I want to throw another bomb, but I don't want to kill Calric. So
I would also say that while he's still on fire, you're losing some of the effect of throwing another bomb.
Yeah, and also throwing at a -5 with your last bomb might not be like the best idea.
You can plink it in with your crossbow.
Yeah. So that's one action to pull it out and another action to shoot it.
I'll say you can have it out. I mean, it's not like you were not expecting a conflict.
Okay. Then
Yeah, I had to dry my short bow because I had my sword out originally.
okay. Yeah, it's a 13.
Yeah, that doesn't hit.
Damn. So
Could just spend the
I'm
last
gonna-
action to reload.
I'm gonna sneak behind the boxes. Sneak a little further.
Okay. I don't think you can really sneak. I mean, he knows you're there.
Fair.
I mean, she could spend stealth actions to achieve the hidden condition, but it wouldn't be like super effective at this point.
Yeah,
He's not.
I mean,
He's not trying to hit you.
She can just do that in like the middle of combat. Like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you can gain hidden,
Okay.
which is to say he
Yeah,
knows
are you-
more or
you're
less
trained
where
in
she
stealth.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
so you can try to roll a
She would have to
sneak.
do that instead of moving.
That's
Yeah.
7.
You would have to do that
Each of them are 5 feet,
instead.
right?
You'd have to do that instead of moving. Is the problem? So you can hide yourself, or you can move.
I'm gonna hide myself.
Okay.
So he knows that she's behind the boxes, but doesn't know
Yeah.
where.
Exactly.
Okay.
So
And now if she sneaks
roll,
around-
did you roll your stealth check?
No, let me do that.
Okay.
Because I wanted to sneak to a different position.
Well, you can either
have to achieve
hide or
hidden
you can
first.
move. You can't do both.
Okay. Okay.
So you can move to a different position, then hide. Next turn. or you can hide now and move to a different position next turn.
How about I reload my hand crossbow this turn, and then I'll
Okay.
do that.
So you throw your bomb, fire your crossbow, and then reload the crossbow. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Top of round, it is Calric.
Okay. Oh, Sprenya's still, or Leandra's still in the way. Okay, I'm going to step, and then step, and then heal.
Step. Well, I mean, if you move twice, that's a move action.
That's two different actions. I'm going to step, and then take
okay.
another action to step, and then heal.
Okay. Roll yourself a battle medicine.
Okay, I gain myself 10 hit points.
Hooray.
All right.
Allow me to really quick bandage my giant slash that's running through my face.
It is your turn.
Okay. Damn. I am going to. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. I am going to use the spell reach feat to extend the reach of Chill Touch. And I am going to Chill Touch Halid from the comfort of this square right here.
Okay.
So he needs to make a basic fortitude save.
You used what feat?
The spell reach feat. It's a meta magic feat.
Okay. That can extend the range of touch spells?
Yes, it can.
Yeah.
That is, in fact, mostly what it does.
That
All right.
extends the
touch
range
spells
of
into 30
any
foot.
spell
Is that
by
in
30
Gods and
feet.
Magic?
And
No, it's a basic.
Shade.
It's in CRB.
Oh, okay. Okay. And so you're gonna chill touch him?
Yep.
All right. Oh my god, what are his things? That is a 19. So, pretty sure he succeeds that. So he only takes half damage, right? And so roll your damage.
Yes, so the damage would have been, the total damage would have been 5.
So that'd be 2.
Fine, so it'll be 2, yeah.
And he does not get the...
No, he didn't
Yeah.
enfeebled. That is only on a critical failure though, and he didn't even fail, so. But yeah, as you see her kind of like brush out with her hand, and you see the magical effect, instead of normally glowing around her hand, is glowing much in front of her around him, and it brushes against him, and he kind of shrugs it off a little as you see this kind of like frostbite almost looking start to kind of creep over a part of his arm.
What was his save for that?
19.
Okay. I was
It's
going
not
to
a
ask
critical success, but
Yes. Well, I was going to ask if he took into account the frightened one, but it wouldn't matter if you had or hadn't.
yeah. Her DC is 17, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at best, that makes it 18. So.
And so that's 2 actions, right? Or does that?
That is actually 3 actions.
That's 3
Yeah,
actions.
it's 3,
You used
'cause this-
meta magic, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So it is his turn again.
Is he going to stab something?
He very well might.
Perhaps stab?
Perhaps stab. He will, in fact, step right here. And he will swing at Calric again.
No.
Does not like the idea of his prey escaping.
He also doesn't like this
You're
gnome.
not
that
going
keeps around.
anywhere, he says as he follows up right behind you.
Well, I already accomplished what I needed to do.
And that is... He's no longer frightened, right? That goes away at his turn?
At the end of his
Turn, okay.
At the end of his turn, he reduces his fright condition level.
Calric is gaining the frame condition.
So that is a 22 to hit.
Hits.
Okay.
I am looking forward to the day when this guy rolls something less than 20.
It's gonna be a fun day. Spoiler alert, it's not today.
That is 11 damage.
Okay.
And then he will swing again with his kukri. And that is a 20 to hit.
With the -5.
Actually,
-4.
it's more with a -4, which makes
What?
it a 26 to hit.
What?
What?
Rolled a 30?
He might have.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
Fuck hell.
And that's 8 damage. Is that a crit, by the way?
No.
No.
It was last level.
As he slices you with his kukri, and
That
this
was how much?
time carving down and then back up along the same cut, cutting it deeper than he had already cut it with his first swing, causing you to collapse to the ground unconscious.
Oh, okay.
He will then swing his fist out.
He gets a 4th action?
Oh, that's right, he moved.
Yeah.
Yes, he does not get a 4th action.
Okay. I was like, is he also hasted? Because we have problems.
He's everything, Dave. Turns out you're actually just fighting Gorham.
I mean, sure.
Yeah. So it is now Al's turn.
Okay. First, I'm going to use the intimidate action on him. We'll see how that plays out, and then we'll go from there.
Sure.
That's a 18 versus his will save? Or versus will DC?
Tell me how you intimidate him.
I'm going to, make my eyes flare even brighter orange and do, a devilish hiss in his direction as I, have flame dance along my fingertips.
All right. He just goes he seems to look at you and go ugh, and you see a bit of fear creep into his eyes as
that
he
makes
flinches
him
back a bit.
Again?
I believe so. Frightened 1, I think.
I think so, but I will double check to be sure. But in any case, I will then step back, and then I will use my 3rd action to give Verum 2 actions. And since I took Enhanced Familiar, he now has the ability to take Manipulate actions, so I'm going to have him grab the healing potion I have on my bandolier, fly it over, and force feed it to Calric.
Okay. Bandolier coming in handy. That would be 3
Yup.
actions if you didn't have a bandolier.
Yep.
So roll the healing.
It's a D6, is it?
I believe
Oh
so.
no, this is a potion of healing, so it's a D8.
Okay.
I think it follows the heal mechanic for D8 plus 8. But I could be wrong. I'll double check in a moment.
The most least form of health potion are just D8.
Okay, well that's 3.
If it's a lesser health potion, it's D8 plus 8.
Well, that's
I will double check. It's whatever one I bought for 4 gold.
I think that's just a normal D8.
Yeah, potion of healing
Yeah.
level 1. So
Might be +1.
So, but you heal
Get
for
them
3.
hit points.
So, your raven flies down, pulls a small vial out of your bandolier, flies it over to Calric, and just kind of uncorks it with one claw, and with the other pours it into your mouth. Calric, you regain consciousness, lying down on the ground now. Some of your wounds
that's fun.
closing up slightly. All right. It is Sprenya, your turn.
Okay. So,
The fire only lasts 1 round, right?
no, it lasts until he makes a flat check, a DC 15 flat check.
Which he makes at the end of his turn.
Yes.
Okay.
so should he do that now then?
Yep.
Or should-
And he is still burning.
Okay. So how much damage to take for that then?
Just one a
This
turn.
is one a turn.
Just one turn. Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it.
It is damage.
So Spring is gonna move to the barrels and to hide behind the barrels and stuff that's like right behind him.
Right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that a stealth check or?
When you moved, you can now make a stealth check to hide.
No, I'm gonna try to hit him. With a,
Okay. Okay. You are going to be at some significant negatives trying to hit him through a thing. You don't have
I'm not-
you don't have line of sight on him.
Okay, then can I move over maybe 1 block more to
Yes.
be in line of sight? Okay, then I'll do that.
Right here.
Yeah, because things are getting a little dire right now.
Yeah, I'd say that you can have you do have a bit of line of sight on him with this.
Okay.
You can try to hit him from there.
Where's Calric?
He's on the
He's
ground.
lying on the ground. You can't really see him behind everything.
But I guess my thing is, if I throw a bomb, will I also hurt Calric?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, you will.
You will deal 1 damage to
Hasn't
him.
stopped you before, though.
Listen, I was trying, okay? He's on fire right now. So then I'm gonna try to hit him with a crossbow.
Okay.
I'm not gonna hit him with a
Pretzel's gonna
crossbow.
be a mistake.
Oh my god.
Thank you, Final 9, for the cheer.
Yes, thank you very much.
Um,
We're never gonna kill this guy.
Nope.
We're super.
I'm not gonna hit him with a crossbow because that was a nat 1.
None of us can roll anything.
I'm gonna try to throw a bomb at this point because now I'm desperate.
okay.
Sorry, guys. That'll be at a -4 or 5.
-5.
-5.
The rest of the real world quarantine will be spent in this battle.
Yes. Sir.
No. We're gonna die in about 2 rounds, so it's fine.
That is. No, it's a 13.
Damn.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah,
It
that
takes
doesn't
the
hit.
1 splash damage, I guess.
He takes the splash damage. And so do all of you.
Sorry, guys.
I don't take shit.
You don't take shit.
Fucked. I
Um,
step back like a champ. Devil Boy isn't gonna stay in melee.
all right. And it is now Calric's turn.
Still alive, but I'm barely breathing. I'm gonna roll 1 square to the right
Okay.
and
I'll
get
see
up
if you can do that. Okay.
and walk over to the other side of the boxes. Slip behind Al and get to the other.
we're in a desperate battle for who is the closest thing for him to stab.
All right.
Well, seeing as I've gone down like twice now, I'm at.
It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It is now Leandra's turn.
Okay, oh boy. Calric, you're on the ground dying, right?
Oh, I picked him up.
Nope.
He
just ran
is on
away.
his feet, dying.
Okay.
You can no longer see
Um,
him.
Okay.
Oh, those things are tall enough to like entirely break line of sight.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, Colrick's also only 2 feet tall. It doesn't
That's
take a very big box. to walk.
Fair.
It's like
Okay.
haphazardly, but like you can't just at a glance see straight through them. Especially not Calric.
Sure.
I will daze Paladin.
Okay.
You should take a step action first, otherwise you're taking an attack of opportunity here.
Yes, I will do that.
Okay.
And then I will daze
The name of the game is force him to take move actions.
That is a yeah, that succeeds. So he takes 4 damage again
Yep.
as you see him whinge again. Seems like it wasn't quite as bad this time, but it's still definitely like you see his brain is hurting. All right. It is his turn. He is going to he's actually going to, as he turns around and looks at you, goes, "Enough of your damn bombs." And steps here and swings his kukri right at you.
Bye, Sprenya.
Got enough hit points to take a hit. It'll be fine.
That is a 29.
Oh, I lied. Is that with fright?
Oh no, 28.
Still a critical hit, but it's not as critical now.
It's still a critical hit.
This was very important to my self-esteem. not so much to you surviving, but my self-esteem needed it.
Well, at least somebody's self-esteem is doing okay.
Oh no, it's still terrible. It's just not as terrible as it would have otherwise been.
Cool.
Oh, it's so fun.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's Does his strength damage get doubled as well? Is it all damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, that is a lot.
Like 20 plus a lot.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Because with him doubling the strength, it's no, not quite. But
Okay.
still enough to bring her down.
So she doesn't just fall down.
Well, she does. Because she had gotten hit earlier.
Did she? Oh, by the spear.
Yeah.
God blessed.
So
How much damage?
it is 19 damage. with the
Yeah,
crit.
yeah, Spring is dead.
And so you fall down unconscious as he
Oh shit.
slashes you with his kukri. And,
I don't believe it.
Then as you're falling, shoves you back into the boxes, splintering all of the boxes and collapsing you on top of them.
So that's
them
cool.
on top of you, or are you on top of them?
Her on top of them.
Okay. Just verifying.
But they, I mean, kind of a little of both. They break and shatter as he just slams her into them. And that's his turn.
Neat. Oh God.
It is
Um,
now Al's turn.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we could have had a mob. It would have been great.
Oh, wait. Nope, he's still on fire.
Oh, good.
Yay!
We've got that going for us. I'm gonna light him some more on fire. I think.
All right.
That's the plan. Let's go with
I will be
more fire.
avenged, guys.
The what?
I will be avenged.
What did you say, Al?
I said let's go with more fire.
Okay.
That's not great. That's a 17 to hit AC.
Well, is that with the +1 for plus?
Yes.
Okay. No, that just does not hit.
What the? Player point?
Because he still has... He's no longer frightened, so
Correct.
he's shaking that off.
AC is 18. God. Jason Bowman, why? Okay, I guess I'm spending my hero point because we got to do something to this fucker.
Yes.
Nope, that's even worse. Cool.
Oh god.
That was a fun game.
It's been nice
Yeah.
knowing you.
It's so bad. Why, God, why?
Do you have a crossbow or anything?
No. Why would I have a crossbow?
Because it's one action to shoot it instead of 2 for another spell, so you get 2 attacks.
I mean, sure. But no, because I'm also not proficient in it.
You have
So
proficiency
I would
in
also-
crossbows?
I don't think so.
There's
My...
They're simple, I thought.
Are
Yeah.
crossbows simple weapon in this system?
yes, hand crossbows are.
Oh, well, I still don't have one, so I guess
Okay.
it doesn't make any difference.
You have one more action if you want to do a thing. So
Everybody
I can't
scatters. You can't
intimidate
kill all of
again,
us. Get
so
away.
I'm gonna move.
You know, we almost walked out of this town to let the sheriff deal with it.
Yeah, for real. I guess I'll move all the way up toward the tree.
okay, that's 5. To there, you have 25 movement.
Yes.
Okay, make me a perception check.
More traps.
God. 17, I believe.
Okay, as you are
Sorry, 16. Math
Okay.
is hard.
As you are running along, you glance
Mhm.
down just in time to see a small little cord stretched across between 2 barrels. You manage to hop over it as you see it.
Sweet.
So I will, in fact, see if I can't
Yeah, they're simple.
draw that.
Is it these barrels here?
Like that.
Oh, it's like all the way across.
So, okay.
Yep,
Neat.
like that. All right. So that makes it Sprenya,
Yeah.
roll me a save.
Is this a D20?
Yep, fortitude save.
Okay. What's the DC?
What is the DC of death saves?
Oh, it's DC 10 plus your dying value, which is currently 1. So DC 11
Yeah,
flat check.
that's what I thought,
It's
so
not
I
a
was just
fortitude
confirming.
save, it's a flat check.
Yep, so just roll a d20.
17.
Okay. Then
Is that what
she
you rolled,
stabilizes.
or is that your fortitude save?
That's what I rolled.
Okay, good. Yeah, so you are stabilized. You are not dying, you're just unconscious.
Cool.
Okay. Calric.
Leandra can get out the back way. Which
You
means
notice that Hallad's looking pretty rough. He's breathing heavily. He's got a number of different kind of wounds and things sticking out of him. He's on fire.
however bad he's looking, I'm looking worse.
That's true. You look much worse than he does. But you do notice that he's not like, he doesn't look to be like right on death's door, but he's certainly not looking good.
The person who's going to knock him down is not going to be Calric. Calric's going to... Actually, I'm going to move around behind the boxes.
Okay.
I am going to attempt to sneak,
Okay.
which, this could go poorly. Nat 20.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
sneak my little Nomi way.
Super hidden.
I'm gonna sneak my little Nomi way into the pile of rubble next to Sprenya,
Okay.
and I think that's my entire turn.
I believe that is all three.
You should
It was
probably
move, hide,
yeah.
move.
You should probably roll me another stealth check just as you're crossing over that open area.
Nat 20 though.
Come on, man.
Throw us a bone.
Say, just roll me another one.
Second 20.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
The gods have spoken, and it is run like cowards.
As you move, you swat a small vial off of the barrel, which clinks down somewhere over to the other side. You see his head snap around, looking in completely the wrong fucking direction.
Yeah. I'm gonna literally bury myself in the pile so that I'm not seeable from either side.
Yeah, he cannot see you. At the moment, you are standing behind the kind of crushed barrels and everything like that.
Yeah.
Next turn, you can try to hide yourself further if you want, but at the moment, you are where you are. But he has no idea where you are.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes it Leandra's turn.
Okay.
Run, Leandra!
I am going to.
You can see Sprenya.
Yes.
She is. You can just barely see where she landed.
All right, then. I am going to two move heal Sprenya
Okay.
and start backing up out of, or no, hold up. I'm gonna 2 move heal Sprenya and then try to shoot Halidus.
Okay. Roll the heal.
All right, rolling just 1 second.
I think you shot your crossbow earlier, so you'll need to reload it.
I don't believe she has
I
shot
did
her
not.
crossbow.
I have
She
not
has
shot my
cast,
crossbow.
Okay.
Daze twice and chill touch once.
Never mind,
These are
though.
only offensive actions.
So roll the health.
Healed 12.
Okay.
Nice.
Sprenya, you feel your wounds start to close up as you fade back into consciousness. You are lying in a pile of crushed and broken boxes, but you're feeling quite a bit better than you were.
Thanks.
19 to hit.
Hey.
That hits.
And the damage. The damage is 1.
Yeah.
Rage
No.
weapon.
Sorry, 2.
2.
So much better.
You see
Fuck
it
yeah.
impacts on his armor, hitting what looks to be some kind of empty vial on it. Arrow does barely anything, but the vial shatters, cutting him a bit more.
Most of the damage comes from the glass. Oh.
And you have one more action. Oh no, you did a 2
no,
point
2
heal.
move heal plus
2
1.
point heal.
Heal.
Yep. Okay. That means it's his turn.
Yup.
He's going to glare at you. You see him take a large bolt out of a quiver on his back, yank back the crossbow, put the quiver in it, and thunk, shoot it at you, Leandra.
That was nice of him to not walk up and stab you with this.
Yeah, it's very helpful actually.
He's kind of looking around now that he's surrounded.
Yup.
Pulls his crossbow back out.
We kind of managed to desperation our way into like having everybody at arm's reach from him.
And yeah.
This combat's
that's a 14.
real good.
Just misses my.
Wait,
Fuck yeah.
It glances
rolled-
off of as he
he
shoots
rolled
it.
not a 20, guys.
It goes at you, but you duck behind a little outcropping there, and it glances off the rock. He just curses.
We might have a chance.
All right,
He can roll low.
Al, it is your turn.
I guess we're going with more fire.
All right,
We're gonna try fire and see how fire works.
He is still on fire, by the way.
Yes, well, we will add extra fire.
He
to
cannot
his
seem to
fire.
put this out.
Ha!
His reflex save is probably astronomical. You think?
Is it a reflex save or a flat chuck?
I also have electric arc, so I could force him to reflex save.
Ah, okay.
It's a flat check, but he's looking at other spells.
Yeah, he's looking at the spells. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm betting his reflex save has got to be pretty good. Okay, well we'll stay on theme and cast fire spells.
Sure. I mean, you know, I'm not gonna tell you what his reflex save is, so.
Yeah, I know. I'm speculating. This is me speculating.
Not allowed. Unacceptable.
That is a 20.
That'll hit.
Please die. That is 5 damage.
5 damage. Okay. As the fire hits him, you hit him on one of the very few unscorched parts of flesh. And he just winces with even more pain and whirls around to glare at you.
Yep, he's still up. He's still up. Run!
I guess I'll take cover. Do I have anything to
There
take
is
cover
nothing
on?
to take cover around
These
near you.
stairs, maybe?
Yeah, there's nothing to take cover around near you.
You can.
You can use those ones in those. Anytime there's terrain in front of you or something, he can use those boxes in front of him as lesser cover. And with the take act cover action, he gets a +2 to his AC.
Yes, except he would need to
but I'm
move
not
to those
right
boxes.
next to them. Yeah.
He's behind them though. I mean,
He's
Not behind enough.
yeah.
I mean, I guess I'll move down between. Well, no, hang on. I'll move like 2 square. I'll move up to right next to the tree, on the right of the tree there. That way, I'm more than a move action away from him.
Okay, right here.
Yeah.
All right.
That way, if he wants to come for me, he's gonna have to come hard. Yes.
He always comes hard.
Yes.
Ew.
All
I
right.
hate you a little.
Now I'm worried about
bit.
what's actually in those vials, guys.
Sprenya, it's your turn. You are lying on a bunch of broken boxes.
But you've got a loaded crossbow, so that's cool.
Wouldn't I have to sit up? Would that be an action?
You don't need to
You
sit
don't
up
have
to
to.
shoot the crossbow.
You can shoot it prone.
Okay.
You could also acid splash him because there's no one near him.
Yeah. That's what I want to do.
I mean, you're well. Okay, like I say,
Yeah.
she can do both.
You can do both.
it's true.
Porque la no la dos.
Okay.
It just depends on which one you want to be -5. I would say the acid splash is a little better at a -5 simply because if you miss, it still does splash damage.
Okay, then yeah, I'll shoot a crossbow at him first. Yeah.
Okay. Roll the attack.
Okay, that's a 23.
That will hit, in fact.
Sick and tired of this fucker.
Helpful.
Thunk. He was not expecting the dead person on the boxes to be shooting him.
He pissed the dead person off, so you know what? Fuck him.
It tends to happen when you kill someone.
4 damage.
All right. As he's glaring over at Al, a crossbow bolt thunk just sticks into his side as he grunts in pain again, seeing you're awake now and glaring down at you. You still have 2 more actions.
I'll try to hit him with acid splash.
Okay.
That is an 18.
With the -5?
Yep.
Wow. Just doesn't hit.
No.
What is his AC?
I mean, clearly the AC is 19.
As
There was
you
18 while he had the fear.
Yeah.
as you toss a glob of acid at him, and he swats it out of the way with his kukri. But then, as he hits it, it just splashes everywhere, covering him in acid.
Oh, please let the splash damage kill him.
Screams as it burns, glaring even angrier, breathing heavily. And it is now Calric's
Wait.
turn.
Wait. Was that 3 turns? Was that 3?
Yes.
Mhm, It's 2
3
actions to cast Acid Splash.
Oh, okay. Damn it.
I have assurance, so I can. Actually, it might be better to roll this one to try and get some more HP. Nah, I'll just do assurance. I'm gonna heal. I'm gonna heal Sprenya.
Okay. There's some
for
quick
some
battle
hit
medicine.
points. You get 12 hit points.
Fuck yeah.
Do you heal her for 12?
Yep.
All right. What's your
I'm
max
gonna-
HP?
Full
Sprenya?
health, motherfuckers.
What's your
Say
max
what?
HP? Sprenya?
What's my what?
Your max HP?
24.
Oh, okay. I guess you're perfectly up there then.
Yep.
To avoid line of sight, I'm gonna go straight back and around behind the back of that tree.
Okay.
20. Oh, I do not have the movement for that.
Also, behind the tree is water.
Yeah, I was gonna try and climb around the back of the tree. That's not going to work.
I mean, you could go straight lateral. Hide behind boxes.
Yeah, but then I have to move back across the open thing and make more stealth checks.
Oh, that's true. You are still.
Do you know what? Actually, I'm kind of small. Can I peek my head and bow maybe between the 2 stacks of boxes there, on the right side of Sprenya?
To the right? Right here?
Just like literally on the line next to Sprenya. Like, no. In between the 2 boxes.
Oh, to the
There?
right of Sprenya, to the left of us. Yeah.
Yes, you could take a move action to kind of like wedge yourself in there in such a way that you have a shot.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay. You are
And
wedged into the boxes just enough that you do have a line of sight, though would be a move action to get out.
Oh, my bow is on the
Oh yeah, you didn't
Oh.
even have it.
It's
You
on the
dropped
box
it.
out of the room.
You dropped it on these boxes over here.
Oh yeah, you did. You said you
Yeah.
did that.
Nope, I don't have my bow. Okay, so
All right.
So
so-
new plan.
new plan. I will instead make a check to identify him,
Sure.
which is a critical success, which I don't think does me any good. Any more good. And I will pass that knowledge on to Sprenya, because she's the only one I can pass it on to without alerting the guy.
Okay.
So
Oh,
Sprenya,
I can gesture at Al too. I'm like, hit him in the arm.
Sure.
go for the throat.
Sure.
So Sprenya and Al will get the +1 bonus
Okay.
for knowing his weaknesses.
He dies if you shoot him in the brain.
I think you have one more action, right?
No, that's all 3.
Because you healed her, identified, and spreading the action's a reaction to that, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
So you have one
I-
more.
Cool. I will think about my life choices.
Just
Okay.
take
Excellent.
cover.
Yeah, take cover.
Sure. Okay. And
He dies to all the things humans
It
die
is
to.
now-
Oh, good. Thank you very much.
Leandra's turn.
All right. I am going to reload and then shoot my cross.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that is 14.
Nice.
Yeah, that doesn't do it.
What?
Oh yeah, that's awesome. And one more move. I am going to extend my blast.
All right. Bless gets bigger.
Extend!
Actually, does its radius follow her down square?
I don't believe so. I think once she casts it,
Okay.
it's in its own AoE.
Okay.
I'm just like right outside of it.
Because it's not
And that
emanating
is-
from her. It is a single thing. So it just starts
Weird.
on her. I'm pretty sure.
If that's fine. That's a perfectly reasonable call.
I'll look it up after.
If we're wrong, we'll be wrong later.
So, Halid, glaring at you, Svenja, goes, "Why don't you stay dead?" Stomps over there and stabs down with his kukri.
No.
Sadly, because you are on the ground, you are in fact flat-footed.
That is a 20 to hit.
Calric, stay very, very still.
The one with the boxes.
That is 12
So-
damage.
Okay.
Yep, that's my healing gone.
And
No.
then he follows that up with a swift kick into the boxes,
Cool.
which is a 23 to hit
Yep. Yep.
for another 9 damage.
So that's almost all of that healing gone. Cool. But you're not in fact unconscious yet.
And that is
So-
his turn.
It's all about eating his actions. Just gotta keep eating his actions.
He'll
makes
run out of action
Yeah.
eventually.
Does that make it Calric's turn? I'm not Calric.
No, that makes-
No,
that
it's
makes
Al's turn.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he moved back into range of my produce flame.
Yeah, buddy.
No one said he was a smart man.
Although I'm actually going to cast electric arc for this one.
Okay.
Because if now knowing that his AC is friggin' 19, I'm gonna wager that his dex or his reflex save is slightly worse than that. I'm gonna be wrong, but I'm gonna wager. So he has to make a reflex save.
How does a 23 sound?
That sounds like a success. And now is where I double check to make sure that I don't do any actual damage.
Well, electric arc.
Success.
It's electrified.
It's electric.
Nope.
I had to stop myself. It's copyrighted. Oh my god. This spell is so good. It's a basic reflex. He still takes half damage.
Fuck
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
This spell's fantastic. That's 6, so 3.
3 damage.
Yup.
All right. You see his muscles kind of tense up as he's trying to shrug off this electricity and
Come
growls and
on.
glares at you.
Oh no!
Would you please die?
Fuck you!
I don't really have another action at the moment.
Run!
Into the water.
Just throw him the finger.
You'll learn.
Intimidation.
I mean, I can't intimidate him again. He's currently immune to my intimidation.
Just go and kick the nice little string that's, stretched across.
I mean, I was
from
seriously thinking about just like, I do have a dagger. I could theoretically just like toss it and trigger the trap so it doesn't fuck us later. But
It has a high chance of hitting Calric.
yeah, I'm not willing to
It
attempt
turns out
the thing that
Calric is in fact magnetized.
I guess I'll spend my last action pulling out that dagger because fuck it.
Sure. It is now Sprenya's turn. Hit him with a bomb, Sprenya.
That's what I want to do.
Okay. You
I know
do
I'm
have-
gonna wind up killing myself, but you know what? I don't
You
care.
have one infused reagent left, so
How many hit points do you have? 1?
I have 3.
Oh, there.
Funny story. Quick alchemy is a manipulate action.
it might be worth considering. You saw what he did when Al
That's
tried to
a
cast a spell.
That's a 17. No, it's an 8.
Are
no,
you
but that
doing it,
doesn't-
Morgan?
Yes.
He will get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an 8.
And if he hits you, you don't get to throw it.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Rest in peace.
Oh boy, he rolled a 14.
What?
Oh God, yes, yes.
Yeah. I'm
He
gonna
goes.
Oh.
He goes to
As
strike
Modius be
you.
praised, motherfuckers.
He goes to strike you with his kukri, but that electricity crackling through his nervous system causes his arm to twitch just a bit, and he can't quite bring it down, giving you enough time to throw it. Roll damage. As the
Fuck yeah.
what was your attack?
Wait.
What'd you roll for?
Wait, it was an 18. So no.
You rolled an 18.
Yeah.
Okay, so as he's twitching it, he can't come to hit you, and you kind of like slap these quick reagents together, and they start to crackle. You toss them at him, but he manages to overcome the electricity just in time to swat them out of the way, causing them to explode all over both of you.
So that still takes at least one splash damage.
Yes.
You take 1 splash damage. He takes 1 splash damage. Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Did he take his burning last turn? By the way.
He did take his burning. He is still on fire.
Fantastic. I use burning to death is how we get out of this.
So I'm gonna acid splash him.
Okay.
Sure.
I mean,
Actually,
I can reload my
You
hand.
can also
cross-
reload your crossbow and shoot it.
He's
Yeah.
already used his attack
Yeah.
activity, so you can do either one of those things.
Yeah.
right. I mean, he's burned his reaction, so you are free. You could stand up and walk
It
away
would take
from
me
him.
2 actions to do that with a crossbow, though.
I'm standing up and walking.
It's 2 actions to shoot.
It's 2 actions either
the
way.
acid splash too. So,
True that.
and crossbow has a higher attack modifier for you.
Does it?
Yeah, because
I don't think
acid splash is based on your charisma.
And what's your dexterity?
My dex is a +3.
And what's your
This is-
charisma?
It's 10. So yeah.
So yeah, your bow is a higher
Okay.
modifier
Okay.
because your ranged attack is better than your spell attack.
This is at a -5 now, right?
Correct.
Yep.
It's not likely, but it can happen.
It's possible.
It's 18.
Ah no!
Oh my god.
As the explosion washes over you, you and your kind of bleeding again, pull your crossbow up, shoot it, but it just barely doesn't get on.
And that's why I
point.
wanted to do
Misses
acid
by
splash,
him.
because at least I would have still gotten some damage
Yeah.
in.
Well,
You would
it
have
is-
also done one to yourself.
It is
I don't
Calic's turn.
care. I want to take this asshole down with me. I don't care.
It is
I
Calic's
wronged
turn.
myself,
So,
you guys.
Calic, what do you do?
I can't heal her again because
No?
she's immune to that.
He is looking very bad.
Yeah, you said that 3 turns ago, and then we did over 16 points of damage to him, and he's still standing. Yeah, I'm gonna go climb up on that area behind,
Behind the
or
tree.
over with Al, up by the tree.
There.
Well, actually, I have a shot on him where I'm at, so I guess I'll just stand here
You
because
don't-
either way.
You also don't have your
move
bow
one-
though.
Oh shit!
You can go get your bow.
I can step, but then I can't use my. Yeah, but it'll probably pick them
Reaction
up.
is still burn. You can just use a movement to go get your bow.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, you could move. You could use an
Yeah.
action to move, an action to get your bow, and an action to shoot if you wanted.
Yeah. Or you could use an action to move, an action to identify, an action to stab a sword.
Yep, that too.
I'm gonna go grab my bow and shoot him.
I would recommend going there because then you're in bless.
Yeah.
Seems the
Snag the bow, shoot him. You are in bless, so
That's a 3.
Yeah.
you do have hero points.
Consistency.
Yep, that's what I said. I'm gonna use that hero point. That's not a whole lot better. It will not get to 15.
Mm.
Okay.
Run, no, run! He just comes like flying out of the
Thing
debris.
grabs your bow
Like,
and wings off a snapshot that just barely whizzes by him.
Just barely. I think that went into another time zone.
He goes, pulls it back, lets it go. The arrow is kind of flops onto the floor. You're like, fuck. Didn't line it up properly. All right. It is now Leandra's turn.
Okay. Fuck. I am going
You got options.
to.
She's the only one. No one else gets out.
I'm going to daze the fucker
Okay.
and then back up.
Damage. We need damage.
Oh, boy. Leandra,
Did she kill another fucker with daze?
describe what happens.
The worst damage spell in the game, and she has killed two like
I
It
boss
is
glared
level
at
four.
him.
It
NPCs.
is it's 2 guaranteed damage, 4 if they fail. It's just 4 damage. That's better than half your rolls.
I am glaring at him and swearing at him in Infernal.
Okay. He goes "Ah!" and grips his head, and just with this pained expression on his face, falls to his knee. You see a trickle of blood come out of his nose as he like glares up, and the light just kind of fades out of his mind, and he collapses onto the ground, bleeding out of both his nose and his ears.
And anyone who speaks Infernal can hear some pretty obscene profanity involved in this.
He collapses down onto the ground, his eyes staring off into nothingness as his brain melts.
Neat.
And I think that is where we will take our break for right now.
Yeah.
Die, motherfucker, die.
Oh god.
As he is, in fact, dead. All right, we are going to take a half an hour break. We will be back at 6:30, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back right then, and we hope to see you around then. So, welcome back, everybody, to Have Days Will Save. We are here, so
We killed the dude.
we killed Halid. He's lying dead on the ground. Brain melted out of his head. And so I think we can switch from our nice little combat board here, giving everyone one last look at it before we can switch back just so they get an idea of the layout. And
Where we blissfully swear it off.
yes, let's go back to the normal view. Okay, so you guys are sitting in this large room here. There's a dead Halid and a bunch of boxes.
Ideally, I would have liked to take him alive. Obviously, that was not an option before anybody says anything.
Yes.
Just would have been nice to have some backup.
Yeah.
I guess let's find out what's in these crates. I got a crowbar and an inquiring mind. I want to search some crates.
I'm gonna search some dead guy.
Okay. Oh, sorry, people. It looks like our little voice things aren't working at the moment, but we'll certainly have that fixed for next time.
Weird.
Yeah, we'll look into it. We'll have it fixed for next time. Tech problems. So just
Bad.
Huh. Oh well.
Yeah.
So, room searching?
I
Yeah.
will also help us searching the crates and barrels and
Same.
corpses.
Excellent.
Do you need like a perception check or anything?
I'm trying to find where it actually lists the damn things. Here we go.
Makes sense.
So, okay, so yeah, if you could roll me just some perception checks to be searching through everything.
23.
30.
Okay.
I'm just
I have
gonna
rolled 4 20s today.
well, I might as well roll. I was gonna say I'll just wait for like Calric to search Helen, but I might as well make a roll. That's actually 25.
17. I'm trying very hard not to die while I'm searching.
Okay.
My 2 hit.
So
Oh yeah, I should do medicine on people.
you all
'cause-
are bleeding
Searching
everywhere.
first,
So
medicine later.
probably roll a medicine for everybody involved and just
I'm just gonna give. I rolled 2 11s for myself and Morgan, which is over 20, so we get the bonus HP. I'm just gonna do the established roll for Dave.
okay. So roll Dave's health first, because that's just the 2.
Dave, you get 7 HP back.
Okay. Oh no, I'm only at 22.
Out of how many?
24.
Okay. Leandra, did you get hit at all?
No, she didn't.
Yeah,
I'm
you-
pretty sure I lost 1 hit point from one of Sprinya's bombs.
Okay.
Can we just say she gets healed that hit point, please?
Yes.
Yeah, I can treat wounds automatically on her.
Yeah.
for that.
Slap a
But
Band-Aid on.
Roll the 2 for
Yeah, I'm working on it.
your 26
So that-
health, right, Leandra?
It's 24 for me.
Yes.
24 healing?
Max.
Yeah, what's your max?
26.
26. So yeah, your max. And for Sprenya, Leandra, what's your max health, Leandra?
Not nearly as much.
26.
And Calric, you're also 26?
Yep.
And Al's 24, and Sprenya, you're also 24?
Yes.
All right. Oh.
17 health for Sprenya. I will also. I did look up the rules on treat wounds. You can treat wounds to take care of. You can use the treat wounds ability to take care of the wounded condition. So I will treat both Sprenya and I. Although maybe we should have stayed wounded so that we look
Well,
like
you'll
hell.
have more opportunities to treat wounds moving forward. Right now, you've done your things, and
Guilt trip the sheriff.
so
You'll-
you said you were searching through the boxes.
Yeah.
And Al, you were searching Halid,
Correct.
correct? Okay. As you rifling,
I will also take a moment to point out that trap that I spotted, just in case anybody missed it,
yeah,
so
okay.
that nobody accidentally trips it during this process.
If I don't see them with a perception check of 30 and also trap finding.
Well, you know.
Yeah, it is easy enough to see now that he has pointed it out. It wasn't terribly hidden.
But in combat.
But so searching through the room, you find the crates have a whole bunch of different alchemical reagents. Probably estimated worth at least 50 gold
Yeah,
of
buddy.
alchemical reagents and various other kinds of stuff useful in alchemy. You find, and in addition, you find a couple of ever-burning torches,
Ooh.
Neat.
as well as a runestone that has a shadow rune carved on it.
I want
Shadow.
to take a look
A
at that.
shadow rune. If anyone wants to
Yeah.
try to roll me anything to identify the rune.
I have all of the knowledges. What kind of knowledges would you like?
What do you think would be appropriate to identify an armor rune?
And any of
Probably
the,
Arcana or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Arcana,
Arcana.
any magic thing would work.
yeah, any of them theoretically can do it. So
Natural 20!
A shadow rune, you can attach it to armor. And it will give you bonuses on stealth checks.
I guess my dice are feeling bad about the rolls during combat. They're just, yeah, that was a bad combat, buddy. Have a bunch of 20s.
It will if you can put it on someone's armor, it gives you bonuses to stealth checks.
neat.
Oh, nice. Do we have anybody who's especially sneaky?
No, we do not. You.
I am slightly sneaky. I wouldn't. Actually, I'm sneaky. I wouldn't say I'm especially sneaky. I have a stealth check that's not 0.
Yeah,
Yes.
any etching it
are
onto
stealthy
any sort
sneaky.
of light or medium non-metal armor will give a +1 bonus to all stealth checks while wearing it.
Cool.
And yeah,
Good
so that's-
thing there's no one in this town who can put it on armor.
it's true.
It'll help to counteract the -2 from my noisy.
You might be
chainmail.
able to see if you could get the local like smithy to just fashion it. He usually doesn't do much other than like repairing farming tools and fitting horseshoes and stuff. But this isn't a terribly advanced rune, and so you might be able to find someone that could like just etch it on.
Well, it's a crafting check, right?
Yeah,
But
believe so.
I
but it needs to be a relevant crafting check, not just
yeah,
generic crafting.
It might require magical crafting, but I would have to look.
I can look into it.
But in any case, it's not a huge deal for
Yeah.
any of us anyway, so no big deal.
Dave, you searching
Yes.
through Halid's thing. He doesn't really seem to have much on him, but as you're rifling through his pockets, you do find a small key. Other than obviously he's got like some basic leather armor that is fairly
Right.
damaged at this point.
Right. And a
As
kukri,
well
which
as
I'm
a
1,000,000%
kukri and a heavy crossbow.
taking the shit out of his big knife.
Okay, it's a kukri. I don't think you're.
Oh, I'm
proficient
not.
in it, but you
I'm
have
not.
it.
I'm
It's a
never
kukri.
swinging this kukri. That is not the point.
And you find a small key in one of his pockets, as well as a folded up note.
I will look at the notes then.
All right. The note. Yeah, let me see something. Yeah, so you pull the note out of his pocket, you unfold it, written in a very unusual looking kind of writing is a message which says, it looks very rough, almost like it was someone like kind of self-taught writing. But it says, Halid, the final shipment of corpse blood is due in just over a week, and it is the last thing I need from that greedy bastard Bort. I've enclosed a parting gift for him that should ensure he never tells anyone of our dealings. Be sure he gets it, my darling. Drop off the reagents as soon as they arrive. My work is almost done. You will find your usual reward in the stump. V.
In the stuff. V, you said?
Yep, signed
You
V.
will reward.
Anybody we know with a V name? I should check my notes. I don't think so.
I don't think we've come across any V names.
Is there a stump nearby? Vamora. Cook at the female. No, Amora. That was her name.
Yeah.
That's a check mark next to her name.
You find in this, when looking around, you also identify a, what looks to be some kind of crudely drawn map. It has a little X on it that you imagine is probably where that stump would be.
Okay. Well, I will hold up the key to whoever had the box at the end, I think, was Leandra? That locked box that we came across?
Yeah, Leandra had
Yeah.
that.
Perhaps this will be useful, and I will flick it to her.
I'll grab it and try it in the box.
Yep, it clicks open and the box tink opens up as you tinker with it. Inside the box.
You mean the box you found in the other room?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, I had that.
Well, whoever had
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, sorry.
trying to. Where does it? This thing is not well laid out. They just do not lay out this thing very well in a way that's conducive to actually figuring out where things are. Inside the chest, you find a. So you open it up. In the chest, you see a number of receipts. Mm-hmm. They seem to be indicating various shipments for reagents. 14 different shipments for something just labeled reagents, apparently, with money paid out.
Oh, nice.
It has a scrap of parchment listing each transaction along with a value slightly higher than the value that was on what you had seen in Bort's ledger. Looks like that's whatever the profit margin was.
Sure.
And it looks like there's a little bit of gold that Hallett had been skimming off of all of the transactions and reporting to Villery or the whoever.
Well, writing that name down. No.
Reporting to whoever it was that it was worth a little more than it was. And then pocketing the difference himself.
Neat.
In fact, you find about 21 gold and 37 silver
Jesus.
throughout all the different transactions.
Okay.
On the back of the list of transactions is that crude map.
Uh-huh.
It has a cave, hopefully just titled Hideout, next to what looks like some kind of pond-shaped drawing, and a winding path through a strange chamber into a clearing that appears to have a drawing of a tree stump labeled Drop Point.
Okay.
So,
does anyone know what corpse blood is?
that was going to be my question.
Other than blood from a corpse? No.
Let me
How
rephrase that. Hey, alchemist, do you know what corpse blood is?
yeah.
Can find out if I make a roll for
You can
it.
roll me some kind of check or something.
I know.
Can I make a... Well, okay.
Oh, and I took assurance in this too.
If she doesn't... Let's see what she does.
I'm guessing assurance probably won't result in a high enough roll for this particular check, so you want to roll it.
Neither roll this 9.
That's fair.
Well, can I maybe do...
What skill did you roll?
Yeah, you roll a crafting check.
Okay, so it's 17.
17?
Yes.
Okay. You have heard of it. You probably would need to consult some of your notes to really get it, but you've definitely heard of it.
What about lore underworld or lore toxicology?
You could do me some lore toxicology.
Cool. 21. 22, because it's relevant to the investigation.
Yeah, you've absolutely heard of corpse blood. It is used in a variety of different alchemical items, almost all related to poisons and diseases or their antidotes.
Okay, so it's nothing good.
Wonderful.
It's used in a lot of different poisons, mostly. It's possible there's a couple other things, but nothing strikes me as likely as this. This is a lot of reagent. This is a lot of reagent.
Yeah, it is quite a stock. I don't know that we necessarily have a good, shall I say, recipient for such a thing, so it's probably not of much use to us.
I mean,
unless, of course, Sprenia, you want to restock yourself.
Taking as much reagent as I can fucking carry.
Yeah. I don't know how much of this is, useful to you, since you don't necessarily make a large amount of poisons, it seems. But, go nuts.
To be fair, a lot of the reagents in that 50 gold worth of reagents you have is a variety of different things.
Yeah.
Not purely the corpse blood, but all sorts of stuff. A lot of which, of course, would be very useful in poisons, but also are useful in pretty much everything else alchemical.
Yeah.
That does bring up an interesting question. Are we able to find the corpse blood looking through the boxes?
You do not find any in these boxes, no.
Looks like it was already delivered then.
Yes, we should check that drop point.
Yes.
But anyway, my point is, take whatever you can use. Beyond that, I think we leave the rest of it as evidence. We will never ever speak of the gold that was down here. Our sheriff friend does not need to know. I don't have any use for any of Halid's stuff, other than this lovely kukri, which I think we should carry along to prove that we did our part. If, the sheriff wishes to wander his way down here, that's up to him.
It'd be a shame to turn that weapon over as evidence, but I guess that's probably what has to be done.
If you'd like it, I'm sure we could take something else.
What if we pretended he used the rapier?
I'm guessing a solid silver rapier is somewhat more valuable than a random kukri, but I don't really know weapon prices.
Yeah, but look at the runes on that thing.
Are there runes on there?
On the kukri?
Kukri?
No.
It's not?
No.
Then how was he rolling 2 dice for it?
He probably had sneak attack or something.
Lame.
Or possibly the mutagen.
It was, when I was rolling the 2 dice, it was because he crit, which he did a couple times.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, then turning in the kukri is fine. Anything else down here? There was nothing else on him useful?
No. He didn't have a whole lot on him at the moment, just the equipment he was using and that key in the note.
Cool. Well, I guess onwards to the stump.
Stump looks to be about 3 miles out of your way.
Okay. I guess we should report back first. So that, I don't particularly mind leaving him standing there while we trek for 3 miles, but,
But it would simplify things if he didn't think we skipped town or got eaten.
I'm kind of okay with him just getting nervous and sitting in a house for a couple hours, but...
as amusing as it is, it doesn't really get us anything.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So I guess we wander our way back along the winding path back to the surface.
All right.
Presuming there's no obvious way out from here.
It looks like there's a small path that you can probably take out from around the lake. That might allow you to head back.
That's the shorter path, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be a very good path, but it's definitely shorter.
Thank you.
Is it like athletics checks to not fall and die
No,
path?
it's not.
Or...
It's not as much a path as much as it is you can push your way through some shrubbery to get from the lake to there. It's probably not what he would usually take. Sure. But it's certainly possible.
But it's serviceable for our purposes.
Exactly. Scramble up a hill. It's just kind of hilly and overgrown, but not athletics check bad.
Sure. I'll take the short path over going back through, Lightning Snake Pond.
Okay. Well, when you get back up, scrambling up, you arrive kind of just behind the house. As you walk around the front, you see the sheriff just kind of sitting on the doorstep. Looks like he's, just kind of, just kind of kicking, tossing some rocks around. He has a little block of wood next to him that looks like he maybe did like some rough whittling on. Looks very bored. When you walk around and he looks up and goes, "Oh, good, you're back. What'd you find
Yes.
down there?"
Well,
find
we
Halid?
found Halid and a menagerie of various highly aggressive wildlife.
Well,
Uh,
thank you. Wildlife, you say? Why was wildlife down there?
there was some wolves and a particularly electrical snake.
Electric snake.
Yes.
I haven't even heard of such a thing.
As much fun as that euphemism would be, in this case, it's quite literal.
Huh. Where's Halid then?
Oh, he's dead.
Oh.
Yeah, he attacked us on sight. That was fun. He did have large
Yeah.
knives.
He does have very large knives.
You were not underselling the knives. Although now I have the large knife, so
Oh, you
there
do?
is that. Yes, I will pull out the kukri and show it to him.
Oh, yeah, that's his knife.
So I don't know if you need that for evidence purposes. I don't know how this sheriff thing really works.
How much is down there still?
Well, there's about a bajillion boxes of herbs and things. A dead snake, some dead wolves.
A dead Halid.
A dead Halid, obviously.
Nothing still alive?
Not that we saw.
All right, well, then in that case, I'll probably get some people help me retrieve that corpse.
Yes,
At least that way we have
best
something.
of luck.
You find anything about what he was doing?
There's a few leads that I think we have to still track down. Calric is doing his investigator thing.
What kind of leads?
Potential motives for all of this. There may or may not have been someone else involved.
He's got other... Oh, damn it. So this is bigger than just that.
It seems that is a possibility, yes.
Got all sorts of secret people and all. I don't even know what this is. Oh my God. Thank God we got someone coming. I ain't never dealt with nothing like this before.
Yes, it would seem out of character for small towns such as this for there to be mass widespread conspiracies and such, but you know these things happen.
Thank you for the help you've offered. Sorry for when I was drunk last night, but...
Oh, you know.
This is just something... I don't even know what to do about all this. This ain't what I was here to do. I just, make sure people don't go, having their cows graze on someone else's pasture. Make sure that, someone doesn't get too drunk at the inn. I ain't never dealt with conspiracies and murders and poisoning and secret agents and all this bullshit.
Well, it is a conundrum, but I'm optimistic that we will find a solution. And then we can all go
You find anything
about our normal lives.
Where that poison even came from, or what even happened with all that? How'd he get something like that?
It seems that he might have had a supplier. He was apparently buying these supplies from Bort, and that transaction may have been part of his motive.
It makes sense he has a supplier, and Bort wouldn't sell him nothing crazy dangerous. Bort wasn't into illegal things or deadly stuff. And
I think the problem is that a number of legal things can be mixed together to become crazy dangerous.
It makes sense he has a supplier. Halid's dumb as a box of rocks. He was scary, but wasn't exactly any sort of, alchemy genius.
Well, that's why we're saying if somebody else was involved, it would be very easy for them to
all right.
tell him what to look for.
Well, any evidence you have, I'd appreciate being able to have that. That way I can have evidence of what all happened when the judge arrives.
Yes.
At least it shows that ain't none of y'all in the caravan. I mean, none of y'all could have been supplying this from way back when.
Yes. In any case, we should know fairly shortly what the next link in the chain is, if indeed there is one, and this is not just Halid's leaving strangeness behind him.
All right, well. In the meantime, y'all mind helping me just lug his body out and whatever else is incriminating? Take it back to town. We can start to get all this set up for the judge when he shows up.
Why not?
Thank you. You find a way in that doesn't involve that little crawl space?
There's a spot by the lake over here. It's not pleasant, but it's short.
Down that hill?
Yeah.
All right. He picks himself up, grunting as he stands and starts to ease his way down the hill slowly.
And I'll like drop a rope down, you can tie it around the body, and we'll just like haul it up that way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He is huffing and puffing and breathing very heavily after going up and down a, fairly minor hill. little beyond his level of athleticism.
Uh-huh.
But he gets it done and drags the body out and everything and pulls it up and
him and his having a strength score.
So y'all said Hannah was living with wolves or something? And a snake,
apparently.
man? An electric snake? Damn.
Yes, some kind of lightning serpent. Giant lightning serpent.
If you want to take a look at it, it's in the chamber before...
No, I think I'll stay away from that thing.
It's very dead, but
Oh, well, we don't know. Maybe snake serpent, electric serpents,
I hope
play
you're
possum
right.
or something.
I would hate to have to deal with that thing.
Oh, it was very unpleasant.
Well, let's get back. And he starts...
I guess help him haul this
Yeah.
this dead brigand.
I'll grab his boot.
Yes.
As you haul him back, between all of you, it's not terribly difficult to just drag him back. And when you arrive back, he goes, all right, well, I'll take this and back over to my house where I can keep him down in my cellar. Should be cool enough, preserve it, kinda. Well...
Yes, if it turns out you need a longer-term solution, I'm sure Sprenya here can throw together some preservative, I assume.
Yes. Yeah, I can.
All right, well, thank you. In the meantime, I suggest you all rest up. It looks like there's still someone else involved in this whole damn thing.
Yes.
It's just about dinner time, so they should be starting to serve things over at the feed mill.
Well, good day, I suppose.
Yeah, to you as well. Kind of hauls the thing back over into the body, takes it back into his house, looking very concerned with this whole thing and very out of his depth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so should we go and see what's in that stump?
Yes. Although, should we sleep first? Considering the potential that there is an especially oversized rabid badger of some kind.
Yes. Yes, we should.
Yeah, my only concern is anything that's in there.
Bombs and stuff.
My only concern is that anything that's in there is likely to be gone by the time tomorrow comes.
It is a possibility. I am hesitant to risk it, given what we have experienced, where strolling along gets us attacked by bugs.
That's true. And also, it's not really any more our problem.
This is true. Although at this point, honestly, the money has been pretty good.
No, I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. I'm just saying we no longer have to be...
Oh, yes. We are not under pressure from anyone.
Also, whatever was left there for the person we just killed.
This is true. We should prioritize it nonetheless, because if news of Haled's demise gets out, it's possible that the perpetrator doubles back.
Okay, so sleep first,
Yes.
then Dropbox.
So, I guess plan is go get food, and then go sleep. Get up early and loot a stump.
Plan is get
After
unwounded.
defeating the stump.
Yes, after fighting what is no doubt a terribly angry stump.
The stump is a mimic. Oh no.
Okay, so you head back into to sleep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
Well, eat first, but then sleep.
Yes.
Food, then
As
sleep, then
you-
stump.
As you get back into the feed mill, sitting there and kind of looking anxious is Tamily. As you walk in, she stands up and walks over to you and goes, Did you get him? I heard you were
Yes.
going after Bort's killer.
Yes, we were, and yes, we did.
Oh, thank you. I am keen to hear what happened. But
We
perhaps
almost died.
I will. Let me get you dinner. I will get you your meal. And if you can share the story.
Yes.
And she will.
You know, at this point, because of all the work we've done for the city, I think the city should get the meal.
I'll take a meal where I can get it right now.
Yes, well, the long and short of it is we uncovered evidence that this Halid person was the one responsible, at least directly, for the chain of events. We tracked him to this underground cave system, I suppose. Fought various beasts, fought him. Very gruesome, highly unpleasant.
We almost
And yeah, we almost, bled to death in a dank cave, but we didn't, so that's good.
Thank you for your bravery. This sounds like quite the adventure. She will start to ask questions into the specific natures of things, and is listening to all your answers with rapt attention as the food arrives. She seems
I will
to be
happily
kind
tell
of,
her anything that does not involve a stump.
her hands are kind of clenched, white with tension, and grows quiet when you start to get to the mysterious note and the mysterious V.
Uh-huh.
Well, how do you plan to find this person?
Well-
Well, go ahead. You're the investigator.
Well, I was going to say we have a couple, one or two more things we want to look through, and we're like with the reagent boxes and all that, and also, with the first letter of V, we can see if anybody in the town knows anybody with letters that start that name. That might point us in some direction. Did you have anything else, Al?
Oh no, that was mostly what I was going to say.
All right. I will. If I can help you in any way, please let me know.
Will do.
Did you have any indication that Bort was transporting large amounts of alchemical reagents to someone in the town?
To someone here,
It's-
he had mentioned something of the sort that someone was buying alchemy supplies. We didn't think much of it.
Fair enough.
People use alchemy for all sorts of things. I figured someone had maybe gotten a new hobby, perhaps just was trying to use it to make some cure for local livestock or something.
So at least on his end, it wasn't a, super top secret operation.
No, it was simply normal shipment. He buys
Here's a
reagents, delivers them. Was standard kind of merchant deal.
Here's a good question, and this is at least partially out of character. Corpse blood, the reagent, is that... I have lore underworld. Is that usually an illegal
No, not at
reagent?
all. It is a... I mean, it's kind of like a fairly nasty reagent, but it's not illegal. It's used for all sorts of things. I mean, it's used for a lot of poisons, but it's also used for the antidotes to those poisons.
Yeah, and I would think pesticides and things
and
like that.
pesticides and things for diseases and treating certain diseases and stuff. It's just a common reagent that is known for poisons and anything that deals with poisons, basically.
Yeah. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like...
No, that wasn't some bizarre smuggling operation for that. It's a legal reagent.
Okay. Cool. The only reason I was asking about that one in particular, because it was the only one that we had a name for.
All right. So she, after listening to the whole story and everything, goes, well, I am going to return to the caravan. I believe we will, I will inform them of what has happened. You are welcome to come whenever you want. We would be happy to see you. Thank you for all you've done. Thank you for taking care of this.
Of course.
I know you didn't know Bort for long, but he was a good man. And someone who did not deserve this.
Yeah, it's not an envied fate.
Yes, well, he'd be happy that at least it wasn't boring.
Fair enough. It is high on the list of most interesting things that have happened to me.
Perhaps you can turn it into one of his stories.
An interesting proposition.
It's convoluted enough for one of them.
He always managed to survive those. Well, perhaps he can live on through another. Thank you for all you've done.
Of course.
Bedtime.
All right. So, is there anything else you want to do tonight? It isn't late in the evening. It's gotten dark, but it's certainly not, late night. It's about the time where the female's starting to get kind of busy with the normal drinking traffic.
Mm-hmm. Well, if we want to hit the stump fairly early, we should go to sleep fairly early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot of questions to ask at the moment.
Um,
I got knocked down twice today. I am
Yeah.
wounded too. I am going to bed.
Springia, perhaps if you could start work on some maybe health potions, that would not be amiss.
I will see what I can do.
Since we have, reagents to spare, and I used my only one.
We can also make, I know the recipe for, where is it? Lesser salve of flea vanquishing.
Yes, by all means, that should be our priority.
It indeed seems like the horses have been doing much better, so at the very least, it's effective.
We know it works.
All
Well,
right.
beyond that, the plan is sleep.
Sleep.
Okay. So if you head up to bed, it goes uneventfully.
Yeah. For whatever reason, they still haven't decided to assassinate us yet.
As you spend the night at night passes. In the morning, you pay your normal 2 silver for the evening. And
Oh, they're still charging us after that? Motherfuckers.
I guess I'll pay the 2 silver since I kept the money from the pouch in the one room.
okay.
So I'm up 2 gold worth of party gold. So I will finance our stay for the moment.
As your wounds have all been successfully healed,
Fantastic.
you wake up feeling much refreshed.
Wound condition
Sprenya,
cured.
you can spend your morning preparing your infused reagents and determining what you want to turn them into. And you wake up.
How many do I have now? Because we stocked up on a bunch of them.
Well, you have a bunch of reagents. You have 50 gold's worth of alchemical supplies, which you can keep to use to make alchemy things, which will be proper crafting checks and make a more permanent kind of alchemical item. Right. You can use them to brew alchemical supplies.
No, but I just wanted to know how many I had so I can figure out how to divvy it up.
You still only have your level plus.
Yeah, your infused reagents are different.
Okay.
You do not get any infused reagents. Those you create because you're just that brilliant of an alchemist. You have normal alchemy stuff.
I'll use 5 of them to have 10 bombs.
Sure.
And then you have what, one left for.
And you have 1 wild card.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're making all 10 of them alchemist fire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, so you wake up in the morning and breakfast is served and included.
Excellent.
As you worked out the deal within that breakfast and dinner could be included in your cost for in exchange for your help.
Mm-hmm.
In exchange for your help and free service on this, we will charge you money.
I know,
but
right?
less money.
It's substantially less money.
So let's go investigate a stump.
All right.
Gotta be salty about it still.
We eat breakfast quickly and quietly and nondescriptly so as not to draw any particular attention, and then wander out to a stump.
All right.
I'm gonna retarget my investigation to be the whereabouts of this mysterious letter V person,
Okay.
whose name may or may not be.
So as you are hiking out to the stump, you encounter little enough along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And you get there. It's about 3 miles outside of Veterans Folly. So it takes you, while to kind of hike over there and get there. You see a large clearing with a big hollow tree stump sitting in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So
What's in the stump?
Let's go look at
you can
Stump.
Go look in. There's a few empty crates inside, it looks like.
Ah,
Details.
As you search,
no such luck.
yeah. As you search around, you don't really see anything else. Looks like, I mean, it was definitely some kind of drop point. There are some crates there, but whatever was in them has been taken. And there's nothing really else around.
Is there any, like, detritus left at the bottom of the crates that might suggest?
Just packing material. They look pretty much the same as the kind of crates you saw in his thing. But, I mean,
Sure.
it's crates that were packed with something. You can make a
Right.
pretty good guess of what they are. You have a note kind of telling you. But there's nothing in the crates other than just the basic
Right.
packing material and such.
Right.
Damn.
Then what was his normal reward? I guess in character. Then I wonder what his reward was supposed to be.
Lots of alcohol.
Or
It was
maybe
probably just the gold that was in that lockbox.
No, he was stealing that.
He was stealing that off the top, right?
Perhaps it was the mutagen.
Perhaps.
Would that be a normal reward?
If he can't make alchemy himself and wants alchemy, then yes.
But he doesn't really have anybody to fight.
That clearly did not stop him from wanting to fight things.
It could have been that the mutagen was making him want to fight things.
Who can say?
Yeah.
Well,
Would I be able to make a survival check to see if I can maybe track someone or something, or find something that might lead us to somebody?
Sure, you can roll.
Like either a survival or a perception?
You can roll, yeah.
Can I roll perception for this?
Sure.
Thank you. I love you. Sorry, I scared my dogs. 24.
All right. The area around here is definitely tramped down, but you don't see any discernible tracks that you could directly follow at this time.
Okay. Please don't look at me like that. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to startle you.
The dogs are staring angrily at Morgan.
One. It's my grumpy one. Hi, baby.
All right, so angry dogs aside, is there anything else you wish to do here?
I don't think I have anything.
The only thing, not here, the only thing I can think of to do is just to ask around to see if anybody knows anybody named the first initial V.
yeah.
So,
That's
yeah.
a question for Toma, because she seems to know everybody.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm not the tracking type.
Well, it seems unlikely that there would be any tracks out of here anyway. That would be
Useful.
worthwhile.
Yep. I guess back to the feed mill then.
Okay.
Shane, this was about.
Was worth a shot.
You head back. And again, the trek back doesn't have any significant dangers or anything that you run into. And make it back into town. As you are heading back to the feed mill, you see a woman starting to approach, wearing this long brown cloak pulled up over her head with some leaves kind of decorating the outside of it. kind of
Cool.
trimming it. She's pulling a simple, large wooden sledge behind her and pulls it up next to you, throws the top off of it, and you see underneath it are a pile of fairly familiar-looking wolf corpses, including very much that strange acidic one that you had seen when coming here. She looks up at you and goes, "Is this your work?"
Work?
You can see kind of weathered lips and a slender chin from beneath her pulled hood. Yes.
There's all sorts of caravans that come through. It's probably
These were this was you, right?
Who's asking?
My name is Nawala.
Well,
Yeah.
while these are the wolves that hit us while we were coming into town in the first place, correct?
Looks like it. I mean, that's the only time you have ever seen a strange, weird acid wolf was that, and there's lying there.
On our way into town, there was a bit of an
ambush.
unfortunate altercation with our caravan.
And you managed to get rid of all these animals.
I wouldn't say get rid of. It was
I would.
certainly unfortunate that it had to be done.
Yes.
But they were highly aggressive.
I agree.
Avoided to be eaten.
Thank you for taking care of them.
Well, glad we could help then.
There's been something strange going on with these woods as of late.
Is that something to do with the insanely aggressive wildlife?
Well, that certainly seems to be a result.
Ah, well, I'm glad that's not normal. I was becoming concerned.
I've lived here for several years now. I don't go into town too much, but I know these woods quite well. And there's some kind of blight. I would like to ask your assistance in handling all of this. Delma can vouch for me. She's the only one I have any significant dealings with. But it seems like you are quite capable. And I fear that this problem is only going to grow.
How long has the blight been going on?
Well, it's something fairly recent.
Not to be rude or obtrusive or anything. I just I was wondering, who are you?
Like I said, my name is Nawala. I live around here, in the forest
Nawala.
mostly.
It goes in the book.
That certainly seems in line with what we are doing anyway.
It's been getting slightly worse over the past... Well, I suppose the first weird thing started appearing a few years ago. But it's really started to ramp up recently.
Uh-huh.
And the reagent deals had been going on for the past 5 years?
Yeah, it looked like about...
Okay.
Well, out of curiosity, are you familiar with anyone in the area performing large amounts of alchemy?
Alchemy?
Yes.
No, I did not realize they had any alchemists, not after that story they have of the plague.
Yes.
Anyone
With the initial V?
Yes, anyone with a V name, perhaps?
living still? I'm not sure. I know that there was the alchemist's daughter, I think, started with a V, but other than that...
Huh.
What was her
She
name?
fled town, though.
Quick question. You mentioned the alchemist and alchemy stopping around the time of the plague. Was that a alchemical plague?
Well, the story was it was a curse from some kind of witch, wasn't it?
That's what we had.
That's what I had been told as well. Like I said, I've lived here for a few years now, but I was not here when the plague happened. The story goes that the old witch had put the plague on the town.
So you said the alchemist disappeared around that time.
I don't know. I've never met any alchemists. If there's an alchemy problem, though, that perhaps is related. You might be
All right, hold on. This is
looking
out
for
of
similar
character.
things.
Maybe I missed something. You said she had said there was a line that she had said that was.
She said the alchemist's daughter. I think she probably meant the witch's daughter.
So the only person that was an alchemist that she knew of was the witch. And her,
Okay.
her
What
daughter.
is the daughter?
Gotcha.
I
All right.
don't know what her name was. I can't remember.
But you remember it started with a V?
Maybe. Sounds like it. I'm just saying I don't know anyone around here
Well,
that has a V
I'm sure-
name.
I'm sure Delma will have more details on that. In any case, I suspect we will be able to assist with this problem. And I suppose we will keep you updated. Is there a particular way we can get in touch with you?
Well, in the meantime, I think, why don't I stay in town for a little bit? If you wouldn't mind later today coming with me to some of the problem spots, I can show you the issue.
Fair enough.
Excellent.
Well, we will finish our morning's doings and meet you then.
All right.
Say sometime shortly afternoon at the feed mill then.
Excellent, yes. And she kind of pulls the sledge off to the side and goes, I will do a little bit of business I have in town as well.
Very well.
And she pulls her hood back to reveal 2 large pointed ears as she goes inside the feed mill.
Well, we will have to be sure to arm ourselves appropriately for overly hormonal dire skunks or something.
Does that involve specific equipment usually?
I wouldn't know. I'm just guessing.
Just, teenage drama in a diaskunk.
Or perhaps particularly buff chipmunks. It's
So,
Overly aggressive swallows.
yes.
Or else that no kung fu.
all right, so...
Well. Oh.
and-
Let's talk to Delma real quick about this witch's daughter, and then we will meet to
Noella?
Okay.
survey the town's problems.
Okay.
Meet to exterminate some wildlife.
Yes.
You enter the feed mill, and Delma's there at the counter.
Hey, Delma. Quick question for you.
Yes. What can I help you with? Would you like some lunch?
Actually, that'd probably be pretty nice. We're supposed to meet someone here for lunch at some point, I think. V, letter V. Names. Do you know anybody in the town recently with the letter whose name starts with the letter V?
Not that I can think of. Why? I can't...
It's relevant to the investigation.
Well, no, I cannot remember anybody with a name that starts with V. Not recently, no.
Unfortunate.
What are you looking for? Maybe I can try to help out with some other detail. I would like to be helpful to all this, to put it all behind us.
I mean, I appreciate that, but we had found a note that was signed letter V, and that's all we had to go off of. So, without anything else on that,
Yes, I do not believe there is anybody currently living in town with the name V.
Do you happen to remember the story we had heard about the witch who supposedly started the plague?
Yes.
Do you know offhand
Silwith.
what her name was and what her daughter's name was?
Her daughter. Yes, her daughter fled. She's not in town anymore, but her name was Vilry.
Interesting.
Last I've heard, she left town many years ago. It was,
Sure. But these sorts of problems occasionally return.
I suppose. Do you think that she's returned to kill Bort?
Who can say? We're just running leads.
Yes.
Anything could theoretically be significant.
Well, that is a V name, I suppose.
Yes.
The daughter's name was Vilry. Other than that, can't think of anyone with a name that starts with V that was currently in town. And last I was aware, she wasn't currently in town either. So
okay,
Well, that's
that's promising.
very helpful.
no, let me know if I can be of any other
Yes.
assistance.
We came across a woman a few moments ago. Nawala, I believe her name was.
Yes, Noala. She just came in fact.
Oh, good. As long as you are familiar with her, then all is well.
Yes, she comes in periodically, sells supplies, does very good work in the forest. Unfortunately, is not the most sociable sort, and thus the other people in town don't really recognize the full value of what she does around here. But
What does she do?
just maintains the forest mostly, keeps us abreast of any ongoing
Elven things and
issues.
stuff.
Yes, exactly. She's a ranger, so very familiar with the wildlife. No one in town really does anything of the sort, so they don't really understand. But I do what I can to make sure that she's welcome here.
Well, that is very nice.
She's a ranger. She might be able to track. Maybe we could get her to look at the stump.
It's worth a shot if none of the other leads pan out. Well, I suppose then we will just wait to meet with her.
Yes, well, very good. She shouldn't be long. I think she was just picking up some basic supplies, but she doesn't usually need too much.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make you some lunch in the meantime. Anything particular you'd like, and she'll kind of go over whatever they have available. Basic
Whatever
fare.
turnip-based cuisine is available.
There's of course
for us.
plenty of turnip stuff, but I mean they have generic, some a small amount of fresh meat things, a lot of kind
Sure.
of bread and grains and other, a generic small town lunch. She'll bring it out right as kind of Nawala is coming in.
Good. Well,
Yes. Thank you for waiting for me.
we're yeah. Whenever you're ready, we're ready to go and have fun.
I would very much appreciate it. I have made a small clearing where we can dispose of these wolves. I do not wish to leave them out, corrupted as they are. And in the meantime, while we are doing that, I can explain the problem and give you more details.
Certainly.
Well, I see you've are having lunch. I have had mine, but I will get things ready, and when you're done, meet me outside. And she'll head back out and start preparing the sledge that she had been dragging.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever we're done
when
with
you
lunch,
Eat lunch and then meet her.
have
I guess.
lunch, meet her outside, and she'll start, dragging the sledge behind her like she did before. Picks it up in her left hand, puts it over her shoulder, and starts trudging along. And says, "I've tried to bring this to people's attention, but I'm sure you've seen they always seem to hand wave it away, thinking it's just a bad summer, something died in a stream, something of the sort. They always have a reason why things might be a little off. Can't really blame them. They don't really know the woods like I do.
Well, anytime there's horrible monstrosity things attacking at pretty much every instance, it's a good sign something's wrong.
Yes.
Yes, well, there haven't been many of those until fairly recently. It means it's been easier for people to turn a blind eye. She'll lead you kind of into the woods as she's talking. Lead you into a small clearing where you see a small fire already burning in a carefully kept fire pit in the middle. And takes her hood off, revealing her kind of elven ears and features and her deep emerald eyes. And she will begin to drag the wolves over to the fire and drop them in.
Purge it with fire!
As she is doing this, you will notice she is only using her left hand and seems to have some kind of strange gauntlet over her right.
Can we help you out in any way?
Oh, yes, thank you. Thank you very much. I much appreciate that. And she will gratefully accept your help and start to just toss the wolves on the fire. These wolves aren't the first, and I don't think they'll be the last. If you'll give me just a second, I will have a nice picture of her for you.
Oh my.
Oh my.
Such luxury.
Goodness gracious.
Behold the power of technology!
No.
I will not be
no
holding.
pictures.
I refuse.
There will not be a picture. There, if...
Nice.
Yeah.
The past several years, there's been this kind of growing blight. A few years ago, it was just a small group of some sickly trees. And it became some seemingly unconnected pockets of just dying plants. Then the animals near them started to have mutations and started to turn hostile towards anyone, travelers, locals. I haven't seen any real obvious cause to them. And now things are worse than ever. The plants themselves even seem to be changing. I went to the sheriff, but he just said he didn't have any time for tree problems.
He doesn't have time for anybody's problems,
Yes.
especially his own.
Well, he always makes time for his own problems. But not when they're too difficult, it seems. I'm afraid, though, if we do not get to the bottom of this soon, it will start spreading to the farms, into the fields, affecting the townspeople themselves. Maybe even going beyond this one town and into others. I need someone to help me to actually contain this. It's beyond what my capacity is to do alone.
Well, I'm sure we could lend some manner of assistance with that.
Yes, I would much appreciate that. The forest itself is turning sour. Things are withering. Fruit that kills any that eat it. Have you been to the old orchard?
No.
It's been struck bad by it. One of the
I
locations
see.
near the town.
Do you think it has something to do with the water?
Perhaps, but some places aren't close to any obvious source of water. It doesn't seem that... I haven't found a single source of water that could be contaminated, connecting all of them. It seems to be... As far as I can tell, I do not see a cause. It's something that very much concerns me. Maybe
It
that
seems
alchemy might have something connected to it. You've been saying there's something problem with that.
Yes, it seems most likely to be some magical or alchemical source, given the lack of obvious natural sources.
Magic, I'd be willing to believe. Alchemy, maybe, but generally you have to have a way of transmitting whatever you've done with your alchemy. Like it's similar to a way that you have to administer a poison. So if there was like a water supply or, something like that, then that would make sense to me.
Well, I don't know much about alchemy specifically, other than minor salves and natural remedies. But if someone's working with poisons and such, at the same time all this is much worsening, it hardly seems like it could be a coincidence.
True.
Yes, perhaps saturating the ground or some such.
Yes. Perhaps some kind of leak from the reagents getting into the groundwater, mutating them.
Yes.
In any case, it certainly seems connected to our current problem.
It does seem
We should
so.
grab some samples while we're out and about then.
Yes, by all means.
Well, I suppose when you're ready, and we're done burning these,
Let's do it.
then we can head out to our first location. I would appreciate your help in clearing.
Sure.
Let's go.
Very good. And she will gather up her stuff, and again, using only her left hand, and start to walk off, leading you into the woods. And I think that is a good time to end for tonight.
I agree. Because we're definitely going to fight some mutant mushrooms or some shit.
Now that you've had a good night's sleep and a nice rest, and it's early afternoon.
And we're level
I'm
2.
starting to see the rhythm of this game. And we're due to get assaulted by, I don't know,
3 or 4
horrifying...
Hey, it's almost like you were right, and there is something wrong with the local wildlife making it attack all of you.
horrifying, like...
And then just going, oh, well, I
Frankensteinian
mean,
mayflies.
bears sometimes appear, wolves are a thing. I mean, it's near the woods. No. Listen to the ranger, people.
I feel like this town's problems could have been helped a lot by being like, hey, why don't you guys listen to somebody sometimes? That'd be cool.
Listen to literally anybody any of the time.
But have you considered not being ignorant small town people?
Okay, well, thank you all, everybody, for hanging out with us for a little while.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank
It
you
was
for witnessing our near murder.
very close to death.
If you enjoyed it, if you want to keep an eye on what we're doing, we do have our social media links down in the description below. We are on YouTube, obviously, and Twitter. We have most of our stuff goes up on Twitter. If you want to catch us live, the easiest way is to do that or follow that. Wow, I speak English, I swear. We also have our Discord server. If you want to hang out with us there, we are active there pretty much all the time. And we do have our community games where we hang out and play with members of our community. So if you like role-playing games and would like to have someone to play role-playing games with, we could be someone to play role-playing games with.
Nailed
This
it.
is true.
Other than that, we are
yeah.
here live every Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern.
We have
So-
all of our episodes get uploaded onto YouTube afterwards. So if you've
Yes.
missed any, want to catch up, want to see what's going on, check us out on YouTube, and all the stuff is always uploaded there.
If
we have
you're
a-
enjoying what we're doing and you want to support our efforts, and you happen to be on YouTube, the standard YouTuber stuff applies: like, comment, subscribe.
Right down
If you're
below
on
us.
Twitch, follow us here on Twitch. If you happen to have Amazon Prime, for instance, that automatically gives you a Twitch Prime subscription. So if you want to throw that to us, that'd be neat. And we do have a Patreon account linked down there in the description. If you want to support us there, that would be fantastic.
It allows
we
us
have,
to keep up what we're doing. It allows us to upgrade our stuff to make just generally a better show. Normally, when it's not horrible plague times, we have an actually rather nice setup where we are all on a good audio network that was provided by you fans through those things. We're going to be a camera setup that we're looking to continuously improve, 3D printed minis and all that. So the more support we have, the better we can make it look for all of you guys.
Yep.
So
And also thank everyone for your patience as we have muddled our way through this transition to a digital format. It's definitely been a difference from, me painting terrain in my bedroom and then sticking it on a table. So anyway, yeah. Do we have anything else we have to talk about?
I don't think we have anything.
We have some projects coming up soon.
Yes.
But we can't announce them yet because we aren't 100% sure what the dates for those will be, because plague times make everything difficult.
Yeah, we are working out a lot of details, but when we have them, we will be sure to let you know on all of the things that we just said that we do.
I think they're solid enough for me to drop cryptic hints, though. If you happen to enjoy pulpy adventure television shows in the, Supernatural or Buffy the Vampire Slayer vein, we should pretty soon have some interesting news that you will want to keep track of.
Yes.
In a game system that us here in the cast have absolutely fallen in love with.
It's
over
very
the last
fun.
couple of weeks.
It's super fun.
You might say we will be fighting a monster every week. Anyway, so now that that's done, thank you all for hanging out with us. Hopefully we will see you again next Sunday, and I will let Charlie actually do the outro. I was totally running on reflex there. I apologize.
Dave is our normal DM. We decided if we're going to be doing Plague Time stuff, he might as well have a chance to, actually play the system.
Actually play the game that I DM for 8 months. Yeah.
Give him a chance to actually do something for once.
I just got into a rhythm, though, and then realized, wait a second, this isn't my line anymore.
It's all good. But, yeah, like it's like you're saying, we're doing a lot of stuff. We appreciate all the support and hope to see you around in the future. And so stay tuned for more. And until next time, keep your friends close and your dice closer.